Good evening, comrades. Kouldbayne's stream is about to commence. Please remain seated for takeoff. Enjoy.
Yo, stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up. Yo, stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up, we ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop. We gon' make it all to the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. I'ma stand up, take control tonight. Spend too much time on the plan, it's right. It's time to execute now on your dream in life. Gotta fail fast, learn, try again and fight, alright. Pull the trigger, 6-7 figures. Making that money from the drive that's in ya. Gold digger, making money quicker. Pain is good, make your skin a little thicker. It ain't luck, anyone that's at the top, no it ain't luck. It's a grind, it's a time since the day one. It's your mind deep inside, how you stay tough, how you get back up. You put the work in and it comes back. Multiply, stack, execute and you can take that. What you want bad, it's the truth, I'm the change that you can make fact. Yeah, I've done it, it ain't luck, I can teach you. Stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up, we ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop. We gon' make it all to the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. You could get it all in some time. Make your dreams come to life. We ain't thinking small, thinking light. We just want it all in our sights. Move quicker, see the big picture. You could be selfish or you could be a giver. Go wizard, problem solve fixer. We ain't giving up till it's all delivered, Don't stop at the top, we gon' make it alright. No lies, just hard working and some long nights. Get lost, we dive deeper, disciplined life. The cost of sweat, time, yeah, worthy price. I don't care what they all say, no way. Negativity, any hate, I got no space. We gon' put our hands up to the sky. Appreciate our lives and we fight till we die. Yo, stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up, we ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop. We gon' make it all till the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. Action on our dreams and fight, alright.
Pilot, you are awaiting clearance into the Gunpla Hangar. Please proceed ahead until you are instructed to land. Pilot, you are clear for landing.
What's going on, comrades, and welcome to another exciting episode of Gunpla Hangar, where today we're going to be continuing work on the Fafner Mark Alles. This is from the hit series Fafner and the Azure. Again, this kit has been one of the ones that I've been looking at for a little while. It comes from Motoroid / The Good Smile Company, and it's been we worked on this the last time you saw, guys, about a month ago. So here we are back at it again. So let's go ahead and dive back into it. I'm going to say hello to everybody before we get too far into this, because we have some people here already. We have Widerspawn here already today. Hey, Widerspawn, how's it going? Guys, again, I have put up a GoFundMe pinned at the top of the chat. That's to help Captain Spaulding's family with funeral costs for his lovely niece Angel, who passed away earlier last month. Thank you so much to everybody who's donated, guys. We've raised a good bit of money for them. We're going to be getting that to them soon. Let's see here. Yep, early like usual. Marcus, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Jen's here as well with us. And it seems like Widerspawn, and he says he'll be back in 5. All right, we'll see you then. Jen's here. And she says she's doing good. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the build tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we are building the Fafner Mark Alles. This is from Fafner and the Azure. And this model kit was one of the ones that was on my want list for a little bit. Oh, we don't need that runner. That's not even necessary. All right, so we're going to go ahead and break out the runners we need. We need runners P and runners C. So I'm going to make sure I've got the parts on this one. If I don't, then we're going to be in a bit of a pickle here. P1 and P11. So this one has been harvested. So I need this runner that hasn't been harvested yet. P1 and P11. Yep, there we go. All right. Duff, how's it going? Still not feeling good? Oh, hope you get to feeling better, Duff. Just for you, Duff. Hope you get to feeling better, Duff. We love you, brother. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with putting this together. Okay, do I not have another C runner? I thought I had another C runner. Huh. Did I cut, or is that the piece I cut out right here? One second, ladies and gentlemen. I got to look at my runners. It's D, H. Did I drop a runner? I think I dropped one. I think I may have cut off I think I may have used the wrong parts earlier. Yep. You know what? I'm looking at the wrong step. We need to be down here at 56. We're building the other leg. This was the first leg that we finished up. Working on the second leg here. God, that scared the fool out of me. I was like, did I really just mess up and toss out a runner? All right, so we're going to need that. That's for sure. We're going to need to put this runner back for now. Guys, that's why I hate not doing these more often. But I know you guys love the gaming content, so I try to do this as once a month just to kind of keep up with how YouTube loves things. Duff, we're keeping you in our thoughts, brother. That's never fun. Take care of yourself, brother. Hopefully you get some answers as to why you're feeling sick, and hopefully they can get you feeling better. All right, so we're working on the last time, as you saw, guys, we got the arms, head, and one leg done already. We got a couple of more pieces to do here on this leg. We got one more leg to do, and the backpack, and I think some weapons. And after that, I think we are all done with this kit. We are on step 56 of 93. In all honesty, of 89, because there's several different assembly instructions here we can do. They're in Japanese, so I cannot read Japanese. So we do have a stand piece in place for it. Nightbot's back to bother you. Yeah, that's the big problem. That shouldn't be. I hate that. I hate that the hospital has a copay. Again, that's something that has irked me since I worked for medical centers. Is that we don't take care of our people. Instead, we charge them an arm and a leg and don't make them feel any better. Shouldn't be what it's about, but unfortunately. But how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's had a wonderful weekend and the start of your work weeks. For those of you that do have to work, may it go smooth. I got to make sure I'm putting the right parts together here. Make sure there's nothing that's needed there. It wasn't. That went together really well because I cleaned that up before I got it together. We need P5 off of this one. And then that is going to fit cleanly. Well, I say that. Let's see. Need to get that there. Feels like that's in place. And then the next step we have here is step 57, which is taking C3. And I have tossed out all of my trash bags, and I just realized that from in here, so I have nowhere to throw my trash. Nowhere to throw my trash. Oof, Duff. I hope whatever it is, they can get you some treatments and get you feeling better. Yeah, it's I've been doing these for a long time there, Whiter. Since the early 2000s. I've been building model kits since the 90s when I was a kid. And I continued on into the early 2000s and then took a big break. Brian, I have not. I don't really have a lot of master grades, and it was a matter of me just not being able to get them when I wanted them, but I do want to eventually tackle those. All right, I believe that's C. This is the C4 right here. I need to clean this under gating. But I appreciate you asking, Brian. Yeah, I haven't built that one yet, but I am looking to get some more master grades. Yeah, I used to do a bunch of military models. I had a couple of helicopters that I'd built and a couple of fighter jets. I used to love airplanes and stuff like that as a kid, so that it moved into this later on, and this has been just a hobby I've come to enjoy. Let's read this one. All right, we need to clean up these little. Y'all can't really see what I'm doing. World War II stuff. Yeah, I had a P-51 Mustang that I had put together one time. All of my model kits got destroyed. I had the Star Trek Enterprise. I never got the Airwolf kit. I always wanted it. Dave, what's up? How's it going? Kenneth, how's it going as well? Hope y'all are doing well, all of you out there. All right. Let's see here. So we're working on the next step here, which is this piece. And I've got to find the piece that has the that goes out like that. Okay, that's going to go in like so. And unfortunately, guys, my chair that I've been using lately, the backup chair, as a matter of fact, just broke on me. No fun. No fun. All right, so now we can slide this. Let's see how that goes. Okay, that's exactly how that goes. So that goes in like that. Well, wait a minute. I see what I did wrong here. This piece is supposed to go in to the kit, and I put it the wrong way. There we go. That goes in like that. And now whenever I go to put this together, this kind of rounded piece, right? This kind of flat piece here. That's not in. There we go. That's better. That's better. I might use the pointy tip here just to make sure that's kind of wedged in there. There we go. So we want to take this kind of rounded piece here, and we want to find that piece we just put together, and that's going to go like that. Dave saying hello, everybody. Nice. I had the one from Next Generation. I think I also had the one from the original series, but unfortunately those model kits got destroyed just due to wear and tear and moving and all of those fun things that destroy our lovable hobbies. One of the model kits that I have that's not from I have one video game model kit as well, and that is the Metal Gear Rex. These I don't need glue with. I have run into a couple of kits with glue, but not many. Enterprise D. That's it. I knew it was one of the. I wanted to say it was D, but I just didn't want to be wrong. I didn't want to be wrong. Enterprise C model was hard to find. Yeah, a lot of those are hard to find now, and they're pretty pricey. So for those of you wanting to know what I've gotten done so far, I will show you the kit from the first part of last month. This is what we're working on now. We're trying to get this together now and hoping this looks pretty well once it's done. We've got the legs working. We're working on the legs now. So, Candy P9. We're going to put P9 up where this is, and that's just going to kind of fill in that gap there and secure that in place to keep it from coming out. And it also adds a nice little detail there. All right, so the next step we need the B runner now. We need B4, B1. And we've pulled those off of this runner, so we're going back to the newer runner that we have sitting there from the B series. C runner should be done by the time we get done with this part. Yeah, these surprisingly don't need glue. Wider Spawn, to be honest, she's built one with me, and I bought her an SD version of one of the Gundams. SD being the short for Super Deformed. It's more of the like small anime looking kits. Looks like one of the chibi, what they call chibi anime. I got her the chibi Sananju. She put it together. Sananju is one of my favorite Universal Century like bad guy suits. I really don't consider there being a good or bad side in that war. They were both equally guilty of crimes. I don't remember building this on the other side, and I'm a little concerned by that, but then again, maybe I did and I just don't remember. All right, so for this, I need to cut out the wrong part. R. I need R12. There's another R runner then. Q. No, there's not. Huh. Okay, there it is. I need to remember I've cut out that P12 because that's not needed now. Yeah, see, I hate taking a break when working on kits just because I tend to get disoriented by my runners here. As you can see here now. All right. Okay, P12 will come in later. P12 will come in later. I don't think we needed it now, but we will need it later towards the end of the foot. All right, so this I need to take and put into place right there. I have not, so I'm kind of lost on that one there, the Enterprise E. What series was that one from, Brian? She didn't really enjoy the tiny pieces there, White Spawn. It was more of a, I want this to be done here, you do it. She would hand me the parts to put together. She just wanted to try one out with me and see what it was like. It's in my collection somewhere. But she built it and she was proud of it. I've got her a couple one, the movie. Okay. Insurrection First. Okay, yeah, now I know what Enterprise you're talking about there. I've seen those. I grew up a minor Trekkie, like my dad liked Trek. I was more of a, I gotcha. Again, I tend to remember very few things, and that makes me sad about those series. Wait a minute. Okay, yep, I did build that. That's the knee. That's the knee we're building. I need M runner. There's the M runner right there. And we need M4 and 10 and this. Pull this out so I can just see what I'm doing. Might be able just to slide that way right there. Yeah, there we go. And 10. Are you using N runner? How did I not use an N runner? Oh, I did. There it is. Okay, what can I twist? Ow, can't twist that. That stabbed me in the finger. Good news is that's a very neon bright color, so if it falls, we'll know where it's at. A bright neon orange. Almost like a sight marker there, like a glow sight. All right, so the first step we need to do here with this, I need to find where I'm at, is I need to look at this with this pointing that way, and that's just going to kind of line up there. Hopefully it's in place. It feels like it's in place. And then we just need to get this lined up as well. And there we go. So that should hold that in place, and that's kind of what we're building. That we're building the knee. You can't really see it over here. Well, you kind of see it now if I move the hand up, but right about there, we're building that. Yeah, it does. It does. Brian, to be honest, I don't think it would be that hard. I really don't think it would be too difficult to build. A lot of the companies that make the model kits aren't too difficult. I mean, if it is, then Let's see. I'm trying to catch up. There we go. Okay, Jim was telling him to look up the Sananju. One of my favorite all-time UC suits, though. I haven't watched a lot of the UC stuff, but I need to find the. That's B. I need this runner. D. What's up? How's it going? Yeah, we don't have too many pictures of kits. Yeah, the decals can be a little rough. Guys, tomorrow we will be playing X Defiant, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that. And if I finish this kit in time, we will be breaking out one of my 30-Minute Sisters kits to put together. You guys love those 30-Minute Sisters a lot. And let's see where we at. R7. I need to start working on some of my SD kits as well, so I might break out an SD kit here tonight too if I feel like that 30-Minute Sisters would be a little overkill. I'm just right there for right now till I can get through this. Make sure I got the undergating cleaned up there. There's a little undergating right there that can come in contact with something, cause a problem. All right, so what are we doing? We're taking the thinner end and we're putting it through there like so, I believe. Yeah, that's coming up like that. There we go. That's how that's supposed to go. All right, we got that. Now I need P4. So let's grab that P runner yet again. And that's going to be kind of an interesting design on that. There we go. Did I take that off of the... you know what? I can put this other P runner back with the first one there. I won't need that for another second. I need that D runner that I keep putting away. Let's see, that is not it. That's the H runner, and I put the D runner in the wrong spot as well. All right, we need D1, and I will show you all of this fun stuff. I don't have my hands completely visible from where I'm working, just because I don't have the desk space to really be up close and personal like I want to be. Hopefully when I get a new desk, that should alleviate that. We need to clean up all of this undergating here. Undergating is, for those of you new to the modeling industry, and not the I'm too sexy for my shirt modeling, but the, building kits industry. Undergating is the term we use for anything that's left from the runner or the sprue or whatever you want to call it. A runner or sprue is what your parts are attached to. All right, so let's see. This is supposed to go like this. Okay. That part came loose. That's not good. Need that back together. Right, we may just have to do it this way. That way it doesn't do that again. There. All right. So if it rotates in there, it's not going to fit. Why is that feeling not together? I had to bring it a little closer to myself real quick so I could fix something there. Something's not, the part's not gelling together. And that can cause issues. All right, where's my prying tool. We're going to need to pry a little bit here. Now, I'm a little concerned with doing that because these parts are a little bit, unlike Bandai kits, which tend to be kind of durable and easy to pry. These can break really easy. Some of the plastic like pegs can break really easy. You might buy the you said just won your first game on Fortnite TD? Nice, nice. No, she actually had just the standard SD. I've built the HG and I've built the MG. Those are the two I've built. Let's see. I'm trying to see if you're trying to say like new Gundam there, Brian, or a Victory Gundam. So I know there's like I would, but I end up my legs go to sleep way too easy on me, so I can't really do that anymore. I used to love sitting on the ground as a kid and doing this. I wouldn't sit at a table. I'd actually do this on my floor and be just surrounded by the runners as a kid. And to be honest, it was probably more relaxing that way. Nowadays, though, it just doesn't come out right if I do it that way. And I can't really sit on the floor long. All right. Something's not lined up there, so I got to take this apart and look at it again. All right. Why is that not? Okay, so I need to look at my parts here and make sure I've got, oh, there's my culprit. Little piece of undergating right there was holding the kit up. All right, so we want to take, that's the top. That's the top. So we want to take our part that we had earlier. And we want to get that lined back up into its spot. It's going to go in like so. And then this piece will go between these two. I got to make sure that it flattens out perfectly in there. I didn't have that much trouble with the last piece like this. There we go. And now I'm just going to repeat over here what we just did. Hope that everything lines up. That's frustrating. Trying to get everything to line up and it just will not go evenly together. All right, that time it feels like it. That time it did. That time it did. It's in there a little. That's in there a little loose, and don't like that. But that's. I mean, it's not together. That makes it a little better. All right, there's going to be something that's going to go on the end of that that's probably going to tighten that up anyway, so I'm not too terribly concerned. All right, the new. Yep, the new. Okay, I thought so. I see that V sometimes, and I've seen the Victory Gundam listed as the V Gundam on some stores. Weird. Shouldn't be, but yeah, the new Gundam is definitely a win, by the way. New Gundam is fun. What are you looking at? Which one are you looking at getting, Brian? If you don't mind me asking. Okay. I'm lost. Where'd my instructions go? There we go. Okay, we're on step 62 now, guys, of 89, I think. I need P11 and P1. So we can see which runner I need. Which there. P1. P11. We're going to put those together. And we're about done with the C runner as well. Clean the gating off of it. And that's going to go like... The instructions are hard to read tonight. I don't know if it's just because I got a glare on there or what. I've built one of the new Gundam kits. I want to build that high new kit. That high new kit looks like it's a lot of fun. There we go. We got that put together there. I'm going to go ahead and put all the parts up here so I can see them easier. I actually need this piece here. Now, I tend to cut closer to the part when I cut it off the sprue. I've seen people say, no, you should cut the sprue itself. I don't cut the sprue itself, mostly because cutting the sprue itself versus cutting the gating of the sprue can really destroy a good pair of nippers. I've seen plenty of god hands get destroyed because people were being a little too forceful with them. And I've got a heavy hand, so I try not to cut into things that I don't need to cut into. There we go. All right, so the next thing I need that P runner yet again. Oh, no, I don't. I just need to put together the parts that I just put together. We do have one bonus piece that y'all will see sitting out from time to time as I'm working. That is the back of the that is one of the back pieces that you'll see. All right, I need to set this into there. There we go. And then just slap these two together. The new Gundam, the Char's counterattack one, nice. Yeah. I've built that one. I built the I don't think I built the RG, but I built the HG of it. That HG was a lot of fun. I was about to say I didn't know they had a 22nd one nowadays. There was some undergating there I didn't see. Let's go ahead and grab my pry tool and I'll just wedge that all up. I'll clean that up a little bit while I get it wedged. If anybody would like to come build with me, just let me know. We are, by the way, guys, I'm just one subscriber away, guys. One subscriber away from that 1,500 subscriber giveaway we've been talking about. You guys have been phenomenal, and I thank this community so much for your support. Couldn't do this without you guys, so thank you again for getting me to this point. That's okay, Dave. See, I think this needs to go on. Yep, that goes on this back here. And then that goes on to this right here. And everything pushes together well. There's that. We've got that together. All right. Now I've just got to build the foot for this. Let's see. All right. Yeah, so Wider Spawn, if you're looking to get into Gundam, I started off with, and this was years ago when it came out, but it's still out and about and pretty easy to find. Gundam Wing. It's out on most of the streaming services. Am I? We hit it, guys. We hit it. First off, thank you guys so much for that. I will be planning out that giveaway once we get back from probably within a couple of weeks. I just want to see see how the numbers go. So within about 2 weeks' time, we will be doing a giveaway. So you guys are awesome. It deserves that. It totally deserves that, White Spawn. This is a good time for it. It only does it once on this one. I don't want to loop it twice, but we hit 1,500, ladies and gentlemen. Someone better message Bree. She was about to have a fit. But sorry, I had someone leave a comment just a second ago. Gotta check something real quick. My phone is running. That explains it. Somehow I got disconnected from the good internet and got on the bad internet. There we go. That's moving a little better. Yeah, we hit 1,500 tonight, guys. Sorry, guys. My bad. Someone commented on one of my videos asking about but thank you guys so much for the 1,500 celebration. But Wider Spawn, yeah, I've got some Gundam movies for you. Brian. You guys are awesome. But Wider Spawn, yeah, to kind of get you up to pace, there's several Gundam movies out there, and I'll message you. I would message you right now and send you the link to where I usually watch mine. I watch them dubbed in English versus being subbed, just because I have a hard time with keeping up with subtitles anymore. Ah, God, my shoulder is killing me tonight. But yeah, I'm at a loss for words right now, guys. Cap is dropping the gun daimyo. Yeah, that's right. Cap, how's it going, brother? By the way, Cap, we did it. We hit the 1,500 goal. Where is the end runner at? I thought I had it. That's high. Did I toss it? There's M. Is it M? It's M. I was looking for M, and wow, okay. You can tell my brain is fried today, guys. The HG char and the RG. So the HG char versus the real grade is the HG is a little less. It's a little more heavy, and by heavy I mean like you can't really pose it as well as an RG. The RG has a lot of great inner framing and stuff like that, which makes it really, really posable to the point that it's just I like RGs a lot better when it comes down to posing. HGs for building. I love HGs are more for building and getting everything squared away. I'm sorry. I'm still kind of in a little bit of shock that we hit 1,500, and Bree's not paying attention. She's not paying attention. She missed the moment. She missed the moment. She soiled it. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. I couldn't have gotten that far without you, of course, helping promote me, brother. Yeah, White Spawn, but whenever I get done with building this, I'll send you the link to the website that I use to find like that has all the series on them that I use. Teletubby Showtime. Nice. Who won Papa Gord's giveaway? Oh, Cap. Congrats, Cap, on winning that today too. I don't pop into Papa Gord's stuff a lot of times. I don't know. I just have a hard time like catching his stuff. Yeah. Thank you, Cap. Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah. I'm speaking of budget. I have something planned once I can get a hold to it. I know a lot of you who have used or seen TikTok have seen that they sometimes have like ads for devices. I'm looking at getting one of those video game devices and testing it to see just how factual it is, like how realistic it is versus like whether it's fake or not. I've been curious about that lately, just to see if the devices they have are legit not legit video game consoles, because I know those things aren't legit. Trust me, I know an emulator when I see one. All right, but we got our Brunei brother here. What's up, Mirage?
What's up? Hold on.
Hello, my friend.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not met the Brunei brother himself, Mirage is the guy that keeps me entertained with Gundam knowledge, facts, and information.
What news? I just got here. Because I was went to the shop to buy some coffee. So yeah.
So the news that Jin's talking about is we hit 1,500. So the Teletubbies live stream is happening soon.
Oh, congratulations, man!
Yeah, we just hit it tonight. I was sitting at $14.99 before the stream. Like I was like, okay, this is gonna happen at least by tomorrow. 1,500. I'm watching how it goes. I had someone comment earlier on one of my videos. Goes, hey, I don't want to sound painfully obvious, but are your thumbnails AI? And I use AI for the grounded ones, just because I can't really get a good image off of grounded that feels clean.
Yeah.
It's just because I don't like the graphics. I like the game, but those graphics are way too like nobody's gonna click on a thumbnail that looks like that with mine. So I use AI for those and those only.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Rushing through this.
gonna show off one building right here.
Yeah, got to see what you're building tonight.
All right. Yeah, here's what I'm building. This is one of the boxes. The boom Robo.
Nice.
It's a mini plug.
Yeah. I
Oh,
was gonna say those look.
Some of it. See?
Yeah. So is that? I'm just curious, Mirage. Is that more like a Power Rangers thing? Because I haven't been. You know, I follow what y'all talk about in the chat.
Yeah, this is the latest Super Sentai.
Okay. Yeah, Super Sentai. There we go. That would be more accurate because Power Rangers is more westernized.
Yep.
Whereas Super Sentai has been around for a lot longer and probably a lot better story writing.
Yeah, and I even built some of the on the robot, the cars here.
Yeah.
It can transform into a weapon. See.
Oh, so that kid actually has a transformation gimmick too. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. The quality is actually quite good with candy toys. You know. Yeah. Like the plastic, even though it's Bandai, feels different.
Yeah.
So it's like
nice is
like more like a McDonald's toy, I would say. It's not gonna be a long build either. And my favorite part is that they give you free candy.
Oh, you get candy with that?
Yeah, this Ramune candy.
Ooh. Well, I love Ramune flavored candies.
I would say it tastes sweet, but it tastes kind of like sweet chalkboard. Yeah. That's how it tastes.
Sweet like, cardboard.
Sweet chalk. For you to write.
Oh yeah, chalkboard. Yeah, chalkboard. Yeah. It's that kind of candy. Yeah.
But I guess it's not too bad.
And Mirage Wider Spawn says, "Hi, nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you too, man.
Wider Spawn is one of our newer community members who's been here with us for a little bit since I've been playing. He started out with me playing Fallout 76.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all have seen the game First Descendant.
One thing I'm annoyed a bit with kind of kids is that the instructions. They don't give you as a separate paper. Like they only give you for like the transformation right here.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the instructions are actually the box.
Inside the box. Yeah.
No, they're the box and stuff. So I was like,
All right, let's see. I gotta figure out how that's supposed to go.
Gosh.
All right, so I got that together.
And this is like the kids are also like very sticker heavy after 1 year.
That's one thing I gotta say about this kit is there are no decals.
Yeah.
Makes me like Motoroid a little more.
Yeah. I built this recently. I forgot to show it. Right here, the Rising for You.
Is that the one that your mom picked up for you not too long ago?
Oh, that's not that one. It's this one right here. It's the Mighty Strike Fighter. Right here.
Yeah. I read that post and I was like, your mom's amazing.
It's a bit kind of bad in the box, but besides that, yeah. It's like I've been looking for this for so long, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember you had talked about it a little bit that you'd been looking for it.
Yeah.
And I saw your post and I was like,
yeah.
I kept reading it. I was reading it to Jen, and I was telling Jen, I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for this.
Yeah.
From my mom. Yeah. Rising itself is quite a good kit too as well. I really love this kit.
Yeah.
I do highly recommend it.
Might have to hunt that one down.
I thought the white, like some people thought the stickers on the wings were kind of pain in the ass.
Yeah.
For me, surprisingly, as the backpack just fell. That's one flaw with it a bit. It's not too bad. Yeah, I'm gonna tighten pecs a little bit later.
All right,
for
so
one
now
kit,
I've
I
got
also
to start
build.
building this. I need the P runner and the R runner. I'm gonna have to go get a
Heavy
trash
arms.
bag here in a second. I thought I had one in here ready to go, and I didn't.
Mm.
So all of my leftover sprues are having to sit over on the side here. I finished up with sprues D and C. I'll just throw them on the floor here, and then when I get ready to clean up, I'll just pick them all.
I think after I build this kit, I'm gonna build heavy arms, and after that, I'm gonna build the mighty strike feeder miner.
Oh man, the heavy arms kit. That was a fun build.
Mm.
You've been playing Skyrim again, man. After I beat it once, I didn't want to dive back into it because I 100%ed the game. I did everything in that game, and I got so mad because I had worked so hard to get through the Dark Brotherhood's quest so that I could get Shadowmere.
Yeah.
Got the horse, was riding along minding my own freaking business.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, I hear a dragon come up. Dragon swoops down. Doesn't kill my horse now. Doesn't kill the horse.
Yeah.
No, my horse just vanishes into thin air.
Yeah.
Come to find out, it floor glitched and magically disappeared itself. I was so mad, man. I was so mad.
I don't think the wrong part. That's okay.
Like once it floor glitched, that's it. You can't get it back, and it's just done. Went to go back to one of my saves, and unfortunately, the saves I had
Crafted?
Yeah, they weren't great.
Oh shoot.
Like I had one save previously, and normally I don't like mass save on games like Skyrim.
Yeah.
I don't spam save.
Yeah.
And this was back on the PS3, by the way. So this tells you that's how old. That's how old it was.
We both played on the PS3.
Yeah. When I played it on the PS3, man, it broke my heart, man. It broke my heart because I'd been so happy to have, the danger horse.
Yeah.
Only to have the danger horse revoked. And I was like, you know what, Bethesda? Hope you need money one day and you can't find it.
But I know the PlayStation 3 port was like very bugged, from what I remember.
What's that?
The PlayStation 3 port of like Skyrim is like very buggy.
To be honest, most ports of that game were very buggy.
Yeah.
Because Bethesda is known as a bug heavy company. Yep. They test their games and then they're like, oh, you know what? They're like, you know what? You had that horse? Nah, you didn't really have that horse. I always go Nord. I go Nord, someone heavy hitting. And my playthrough, every time I do a playthrough of it and try to do a playthrough of it,
yeah,
I go Nord, Stormcloak, never Empire. I hate the Empire. I don't know why, but I want Skyrim to be a free and independent country. Horses have emergency teleport. Well, it emergency teleported somewhere where I couldn't find it. Brandon, what's up? It's Chili Gamer Boy. By the way, 1,500. We just hit it tonight, guys. So thank you so much for everybody who supported. I appreciate that. I won't make the announcement on it until I see like 1501, 1502. So you make sure the numbers don't start ticking down. Make sure this isn't like a fluke.
Yeah.
The original Resident Evil 1 was a lot of fun. I played that. It was the voice acting was so bad in it though. Everybody saying hey to Captain Spaulding. We got Brandon, aka Chili Gamer Boy, aka Apprentice Ewok, here in the house with us tonight as well. All right, so I've got to figure out how to get all of this together now. I've got that backwards. There we go. I feel like that doesn't look right. Oh, that's why it doesn't look right. I haven't got it finished yet. All right, got the knee in place there. Actually, that needs to go there. All right, I need to cut out. I'm getting way ahead of myself here. I'm already on step 70, and I don't need to be there yet. You ever do that, Mirage? You just start jumping ahead because you're so confident in your skills.
Yeah. In fact, I actually kind of skipped the manual a little bit because I went from this. I started doing these two first, and then after that I did the robot. So
It's okay, Brandon. I know you got a busy schedule, brother. I don't hold that against you for not being around, brother. I know. Life's been kind of crazy. Hope your family's doing good there, Brandon. And let me know if your dad needs to hear. Oh, come on! I will definitely send him one.
oh, where's my papers? Okay, none just.
All right, we got another pilot that's jumped into the hangar tonight, and that's Nick.
Oh,
Nick.
hey Nick.
Welcome back, man.
My man.
What's going on, gentlemen? How are you guys doing?
Another day in
Very
paradise,
good.
brother.
Drinking some coffee right here. I need to find my cookie.
Celebrating,
Nippers.
we just hit 1,500 subscribers, so you guys know what that means. Teletubby live stream is a go. And guys, don't worry, I will announce when that live stream is going to happen, so you all can see this in its glory. Right, gotta get this leg together here. This thing kind of worries me a little bit, just how some of these parts go together. But good news is it's not too terribly worrisome. Right, I need to cut out Q, so I need
That's
the Q
the-
runner.
That's the model from the last.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't touched it since the stream. It has sat right here just mocking me, telling me, finish me. Do it. Do it.
Oh, come on.
So now I'm finally getting it done. I like to leave these things undone for people to watch. Unless I'm like in a real urge to like, oh well, I think I got that on backwards. Yep. Now to get that pried off, and that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I got to be careful when hanging out on these streams with you guys because you guys recommend so much cool stuff, and it's just like always that algorithm that just shows me like I'm like, oh man, we were just talking about this last night.
Yeah.
And then it's always like, oh, we're having a sale, 40% off. You know, you
Oh
want
yeah.
this.
Oh yeah. Mirage will show me a kit, and I get the kit sweats real bad. I don't know if anybody else ever gets those kind of sweats, but I get the kit sweats. I'm like, I haven't bought myself a Gundam kit in a
100%
while.
highly recommend. From the start,
And then
advertising
as
like
soon
an Arab guy.
yeah.
Usually the one that he always like sends in the chats, I'm like, man, I don't need to be looking at this right now, but this is
Yeah.
definitely going on the pre-order list. God damn it, they got me again.
Yeah, it got me again, exactly. All right, so the body of this kit is done. There we go. That's the only thing I don't like is you got to be very careful with moving parts on this because they will come loose. Just like that. Let's get that back in place. There we go. Some of them are really, really finicky and you can't really put a whole lot of pressure on them.
Yeah.
All right. Now, here comes the fun part. I don't know if y'all can sense there might be a little sarcasm there. but
Okay. Got it.
it's not a whole lot. It doesn't look like it's going to be too difficult. We're making some of the weapons parts, looks like. Not those fancy little fins that go on the back. All right. Cut that free there. That little bit of undergating off. Yeah, Resident Evil 1 definitely had a little more of a true horror feel to it. The other one's got to be more action horror, so it's kind of like, you remember Alien versus Aliens? That same kind of feeling. Jen says, hey, Nick. Fighter Spawn also says, hey, Nick.
What up, fellas?
I'm glad that she's recovering well, and I'm glad she just got out of the hospital. Has to be in Minneapolis for 2 more weeks. Fingers crossed there, Brandon, that everything goes well and that she gets a full speedy recovery and no issues. Yeah. It's on my. I spend my own adult money on that, Wider Spawn. I spend my own adult money. I also get the lectures about my own adult money from time to time. I hate to tell everybody, but Jen knew what she was getting into when she married me. She married a man child, so.
Come as you are, is what I always used to say.
Exactly. Unfortunately, she cannot return to sender. The 2 factories that created me have since gone out of business. Terrible joke. Horrible joke. I do make a lot of me being an orphan jokes. Yeah, but you can't laugh at your own misfortunes, then you still need time. I feel like that's the way I heal, is I make jokes about things. Always at inappropriate times, but I make the jokes. All right, which way is this supposed to go? Okay, this is confusing me a little bit. Oh, okay. I'm sitting here struggling with this right now, guys. Like, what am I doing wrong? And all of a sudden I see what I did wrong. That's actually, is that J1? That's J2. That's why that's not feeling right there. It's weird. Cut that free. Such a weird sprue design, too. I mean, I get why they did it. All right. Normally she doesn't like Gundam stuff, but if there's like a Pokemon she likes and they have a model kit of it, I'll try to get her one of those every now and then, or something that fits her fandom. All right, so that goes like that. That is such an interesting design there. I'm trying to figure out what I'm building on this part, but that is almost as big as the kit itself. I gotta recommend this kit though, guys. If you can find it, it's well worth the investment into it. I found mine at Lunar Toys out of New York.
What's the name of the kit again?
This is the Fafner Mark Alles from Fafner and the Azure. Azure. I always have a hard time with that word. But this is actually one of the... There's several in the Fafner line. They have a purple and green one. They have this one, which is the blue and orange. And I got it because those are like two of my favorite colors. But this kit, I saw it advertised on Big Bad Toy Store first. And I kept eyeballing it and waiting for it. And I never saw it announced. So I said, you know what? There's not going to be that many people buying it, I'm sure. It's sold out. So I went on my...
Don't underestimate the Fafner fan base.
I did. I underestimated them big time, and I shouldn't have.
I know a few.
See, I had never heard of it until I saw the kit, and I decided to, do a deep dive to figure out what it was.
Yeah.
And now I've got to see if I can find it somewhere. Might have to go on one of my sites. Ooh, I got to clean up. A lot of little bonus.
Rewatching some anime recently.
Yeah.
I've been rewatching The Wallflower. Have you heard of that before?
I hadn't heard of that one.
Basically, it's about this group of boys. They live in like a huge house, almost like a mansion, basically. It's a mansion. Because you know why?
Why?
They don't because they live under like a older woman, like who's like rich.
Yeah.
And then they basically only live there because they don't want to pay rent. The woman who owns the house is like, okay, guys, I'm gonna go right now. But then if you guys have to pay rent by taking care of my freaking niece, and she just flies away in a helicopter. and then the niece is basically like an emo girl. Basically.
I'll have to check that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, because someone said to her in the past that she's ugly because she tried to date them, basically. And then she became an emo since then. Like you can't even see her. You can't even see her like half of her face because it's covered by her bangs. And then like the guys are like scared of her because she's like a freaking ghost.
Yeah. And
then there's like one time they thought because she went in the kitchen to cook because those guys suck at cooking. And then they thought that she's gonna be a psychopath because there's this scene where she's like cutting the fish like crazy and you see guts in the room. But then that's just the imagination.
It sounds like an interesting one. I might check that one out. You said it's called The Wallflowers?
Yeah, The Wallflower.
Okay.
It's an 2000 shoujo anime. The art style is it can be a little bit iffy for some, but the story is just it's big.
Yeah. Well, I'll never forget the time that me and Jen were dating.
Yeah.
We Hulu used to have like a ton of anime on there. You had to be really careful what kind of anime you watched on Hulu.
Yeah.
Because there was some very fan servicey stuff on there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's where we watched Girls Bravo and Heaven's Lost Property. And we were trying to find something in it.
I love Heaven's Lost Property.
We were watching Sergeant Frog, and we had just like wanted to take a break and find something else. We watched Devil May Cry. And so after all of those, it recommended it gave us a recommendation list, and I clicked on one because it was a fantasy anime, and I thought, fantasy sounds cool. I like fantasy.
Yeah.
Queen's Blade.
Oh, my favorite.
I figured. I figured with your girl figures there. With your epic figures that you have, Mirage, that I can't keep in my house.
I remember they had the remote figures with those characters.
Yeah.
And then they have a function where you can make them into battle damage. And the battle damage for including ooh, spicy.
Yeah, I'm about to say battle damage on that show was super spicy anyway.
Yeah. Don't get me started on the figure of the angel girl. Oh my god.
I thought you were about to talk about Catalea, the blacksmith.
Oh yeah.
Or the blacksmith's wife.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
She had some huge assets.
My favorite is she's from the others like much far into Queen's Blade. But I forgot what it called. Like what's her name is? Was good. Annabelle something. Annabelle something like that.
Yeah.
She's cool.
And then I go through all my other animes that, like I was watching anime on Netflix and I finished up I remember watching Sekiro. Or Sekiro.
Yeah.
Sekiro is the game. But I watched Sekiro and I was like, this is just Tekken with porn. This is spicy Tekken.
Actually, me and my auntie were not planning to rewatch The Wallflower. She introduced me to the anime first, by the way.
Yeah.
Because we looked at anime to watch. At first, we watched like Attack You, which is like a what's that? So, what's that sports that you play in the beach usually with the ball?
Volleyball?
Oh yeah, volleyball, right? It's a volleyball anime. It's fine. It's pretty good for back then, I guess. And then we also watched a little bit of some very serious anime.
Yeah,
it was cool to me from the opening, like everything. But then when we saw like the two guys going pushing each other, we're like, "Did we pick the right one? Like, did we pick the right one, man?" And then we stopped, and then we looked at the genre. We're like, "Oh no, it's voice love." But it looks like
nice, Spider Spawn. You played some Devil May Cry games. Yeah, those were where it all got started, and then you got the anime, which was really good. I watched it in Japanese, and I couldn't watch it dubbed because the voice actor for Dante in the subbed version was one of my favorites.
Yeah, and then we did watch this like anime about this girl going to like a patisserie school.
Yeah.
And it's basically like those typical shoujo anime, something that the guys are like, I'm like, okay, and I'm like, I like say that like too typical for me.
Yeah.
And so me and my team was just like, okay, this one's just. And so we just sat on watching The Wallflower again.
Oh man, I've got to cut out.
I recommend still.
A whole bunch of parts on this thing. This kit will probably take me like the whole stream, just because I got to do something in 8 times basically.
I'll probably crop some things for you, and then I'll show you on the chat.
All right. H1, H2. I think I'm building the wings now. Yep, I'm building the little like not so much wings, but the little fins that are on the wings. Got to clean off a whole bunch of like gating off of this.
What do you guys think are the chances that Bandai is just gonna update like every model in their catalog with like new joint technology?
Are they going to? We already see with the new RG, RX-2. So,
are they going to do that with the new one, with the new RX?
Yeah, they already had the Shanghai Freedom RG, which is basically like a 1.5 of the RG.
Yeah.
And then to me, it's like they're definitely planning something. And after that, like many months later, a year later, they already have the RG RX-2, the 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely like planning more like updated RGs.
I would love to see them do some updated figures, but I imagine the updated figures they will do, will probably be like maybe they'll do wing for one round, and then they'll do like they won't do like all of the wing kits.
Yeah,
just maybe like a wing 0. They might bump up an RG on that.
Yeah.
I don't see the HGs getting a lot of that love, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just because I think they're kind of comfortable with the way their HGs are. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of tiny pieces.
I mean, I understand that. There's just so many models in the line that really do need an update because it's just like, oh my god! Like I like the fact that some of them do use polycaps.
Yeah.
But then when you go back to like the older models and then you have to use some of those, they're like it's just non-existent. You just pretty much got putty in a box. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've seen so many people want like real grades of like so many like obscure like mobile suits. Like I keep seeing a lot of people saying like, oh, we need an RG of the O, and I'm like, that'd be pretty dope actually.
That would be pretty cool. I would love to see the O as a RG. Now, of course, I got my first taste of that suit from Gundam Battle Assault.
Yeah,
the fighting game.
Yes, I didn't get this. So, like I said, when I was growing up, Gundam Battle Assault came out right around the time that Wing was just kind of still holding popularity here.
Yep.
So I played that religiously. I had it for my PS1, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that game had me hooked. I went through and beat it several times. I even Game Sharked it so I could play like the Psycho Gundam.
I'm not gonna lie, that game had me pissed off so many times. Like,
yeah,
and it was like I can't remember what mobile suit it is, but it's like that small one that it's like brown and has the mono eye.
Oh, that guy.
I forgot who piloted in that game, but the whole entire time it was just so many losses to that one mobile suit.
Yeah, I can't remember that guy's name, but I know he had a fake nose.
He lost to a freaking grunt.
Yeah. The old act guy. I remember that thing couldn't its arms like extend out?
Mm.
And then you had the I remember the ball Gundam was another one you could pilot. That one was cheaty. If you knew how to use ball, you could cheat your way through that.
The funny thing, they put Shiro in the guy with the easy 8 ground type.
Yeah.
Stick in the freaking ball.
Yeah, it was like, we could put Shiro in the easy 8. No. Let's stick him in ball.
I know he fighted the ball in the anime, but not that type of ball.
Yeah.
But it's like it's the closest we can get.
Yeah, he piloted like one of the. It was just a basic one, wasn't it? It didn't even have like the.
It's a worker one, basically.
Yeah, he was using a worker suit versus like the one with the giant like rail cannon on the top of it.
Yeah. One thing about it, people say it must seem like the most realistic Gundam, but in fact, it's still not really that realistic. And then in fact, it's like it's still in the beginning. You don't see that's realistic. You know why?
Yeah.
Because during the scene where the ball was like wrapping around the prototype Zaku.
Yeah.
And then the Zaku basically just shoot at the ball. Sure would have been dead by now. Then he managed to survive somehow. Like, how? The ball's not supposed to do that. But whatever.
2 words, plot armor.
Oh, yes, plot armor.
They said the ball is equipped with plot armor in the last minute.
It had a special version of Gundanium alloy.
They probably used the same material as the freaking Gundam itself. Who knows?
But I'm gonna tell you right now, one of my favorite villains from like any of the Universal Century is Norris Packard.
Oh, yeah, Norris Packard. Just
because of how like ruthless he was.
Yeah.
Him stabbing that gun tank and it looking like blood coming out of it. I mean, that was just.
What character is that from again?
8th MS team.
Wait, that's the. Does he say the line like, "Oh, this is a place I choose to die here today" or something like that?
Yeah.
I think
he's
so.
He's piloting the blue Golf.
Blue Golf.
Yeah.
The blue Golf. Yeah.
Oh, he was the best character in that series. Hands
Yeah,
down.
he was. I still remember when they first introduced the goof. It was like, you got what was it? Ramba Rawl pops in. He goes, "That's no Zaku, boy."
My favorite scene in Infamous is it's not the fight between Uzi and the goof. It's the one before that where Shio fights against the Xeon troops, but who lets them go.
Yeah,
I really like that scene a lot.
So, to my understanding, at the end of that series, did it just imply that Shiro and the girl just kind of lived their days, having both sides think they were both dead or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
There's like a secret ending, I want to say, or something like that. It's in the the movie version of it. That shows. It's like it shows them like living out their days and like in that mountainside village. Shiro's missing a leg, but they're happily married now, and that shows I think it shows like the Easy 8 prop down in that cave.
I love how all the murderous women in Gundam have blue hair.
Yes.
For Massimo. Oh man, that was my girl right there.
You know what? I think the guy is called Michael, right? The one from the Animus team. I forgot. The one who's like working with Shiro.
Oh, you're talking about the who was it? Like the one with the orange hair, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The most, people always say in like Sarah, they say MS team is like the most realistic Gundam. You know what's the most realistic part about it? The guy's girlfriend left him.
Yeah. She left him for the other guy.
Now that's what actually happens in real life.
Are you talking about his Miss BB he was writing to all the time?
Yeah.
Or whatever her name was? Like, oh man.
Yeah. She can dump him because it's just like, oh, I know you're gonna die. That's how they live.
Whiter Spawn, I saw your comment about that, and I'm interested in it. About the legendary upgrades on the game. I'm interested to see what those upgrades are going to be in the latest updates. But yeah, Whiter Spawn, I got to get you that website for the Gundams at some point. All right, that's 4 of those. I'm gonna cut out 4 more. This is gonna take me a while. Y'all ever just like get so frustrated having to cut out multiples of the same part over and over and over again?
Yeah.
Like you're like, could you have just made that a sticker? Or do like the aerial and just now pre-print that on there? It's 2024. We can make this happen.
You know, one of the most interesting things about this kit, right here. Wait, I'm gonna do this one first. If it can fit. Hold on.
Y'all, I'm still in disbelief right now. I'm over here looking at that that sub count, man. It just, I can't believe 1,500 happened.
Man,
Congratulations again.
It doesn't feel real yet. Like, I mean, it feels real, and I know it's real. But you ever get that, like, where something happens and you just have to sit there for a moment and go, huh?
Yeah, that happens to me.
Yeah. Which, because of that, now I've got to dig those kits out I'm gonna give away.
That's not always time.
He's sending them out. I feel like I need to glue these fins. They're just not. They slide on. They don't feel really tight on there. Like they do, but I feel like the moment I try to like pose this kit, I may face some issues there. Which cool thing about this kit is it comes with the wire, so you can like pose these in their like flight mode, which I think is really cool. And again, guys, y'all won't see me making any posts about it just yet until it's official, you know. Because I know how it goes. I'll get a sub and then gain like 2 days later lose those subs. But see, I've been doing something different this time compared to what I used to do. Used to be I would go and share my stuff all over in these like YouTube support groups, and there's no such thing. And if you want my honest opinion, if you're building a YouTube channel, don't trust those groups, because 9 times out of 10, it's just a sub farm is all it is. The admins there are trying to farm subs and all that. I've left a bunch of them since then. I've got to go through and get rid of the rest of them. But there was one I was in. It was like YouTube support group, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I also run a Fortnite support group too. Make sure you share your stuff on the Fortnite one too." And I would, and I'd get zero interest, but he'd want you to also subscribe to his channel and support his channel. And I was like, I would do that, but your content doesn't appeal to me, bro.
Yeah.
You know, you look at somebody's content and just his Fortnite stuff was literally like a few minutes of trap music followed by like him just doing like some mini game in there, not really playing competitively.
Yeah.
And then it was like, then after that, you know, you'd see him get like some killer headshot on one of those like mini games, and then all of a sudden, more trap music and outro card and like and subscribe.
Recently, I also came across this like Gundam video. I'm not trying to be mean, okay? I'm not trying to be mean.
Yeah.
I came across this like guy on YouTube. I'm not gonna say his name either, but then I was just like, it's just like this video of him recording his like MG Freedom Gundam 2.0.
Yeah.
But then it's just him probably recording it while singing the song from Gundam Freedom Soul Support. Like, he's the best. He tried his best, okay?
Yeah. Like, I get that, you know, people are creating, you know, doing things to create content, but
yeah,
it's got to be it's got to be personable. It's got to be something fun and catchy versus like, you know.
Yeah. That guy basically had no cohesion. So
yeah.
I was like, Wonder Woman. I think I did give him a little bit of views though, because I posted about it.
The thing I find hard about YouTube is like when you're trying to talk about like things that would interest people, but not a lot of people have a lot of knowledge about.
Yeah.
And I feel as if like it's so much of the algorithm and the monetizing, it directs people to what they're already familiar with.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's like one of the very few things about YouTube that I cannot stand. Like say for example, if you're trying to watch like a review on a model kit that like, you know, might be from a third party, 9 times out of 10 you can't even search that up on YouTube. You have to go to Google to find something like that.
Yeah, I've run into that. Before I dove into that batch, the Black Knight, which that kit can eat a dick. when I was doing research on, there was one guy, and I had to watch a Google Translate video. Like, I had to watch, it was a YouTube video, but I had to translate the hell out of it just to watch it. And even then, it wasn't a great video. The guy didn't really go into details about what he did to, work on it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He just kind of left me in the lurch there to try to figure out what he did. And I was like, I need some information about this thing before I dive into it. And finally, I was just like, the hell with it. And Mirage goes, by the way, Mirage and Dwayne of Destination Stone both hit me at the exact same moment with you're really not going to like that kit.
Yeah.
And I was like, how did they know? I was like, I know Mirage knows, but how did Dwayne find out? Dwayne was like, I watched a couple of people. I looked at a couple of people talking about it on Reddit, and yeah, wasn't good.
And he pointed out there's one of the videos is like one of the models pulling out a pin face.
Yeah.
Drill. But for me, I knew it was complicated. This is when I saw 5 stars noise. I was like, oh no, why you get yourself into this time?
Yeah, I got it because it looked nice and didn't do my research and paid for it. So,
5 stars noise kits are very infamous. Like, they're works of art, but we had to put a whole ton of work into it.
Yeah.
Like, some of these can be the boxes can be very huge. Like say, this one, for example, this gun right here, it'll be like 3 times this tight. Like, it's like this gun is size for the box, but then you put 3 more of it. Yeah, that's basically the box size. It's huge.
Yeah, Jen said something here pretty good. She said, Don't trust people who claim they can help grow your channel organically. Yeah, I've seen a ton of scammers come in there and draw these people in with, I see you have this great channel and you make really good content, and I watch some of your videos and I can help you grow. Just, would you let me be your SEO manager and I will help you grow. And what they're doing is they're saying, you're not good enough to do it on your own. Let me take some of your hard-earned money that you've made, and I'm going to basically take a whole bunch of Google bot accounts and load this up for you, so that it looks like you're doing well, but realistically, your numbers point out that you're not.
Yeah.
Like anybody who's been doing this for a while, you can look at a YouTube channel and tell who bought and paid for stuff.
Yep.
And I've seen it happen a lot recently, and I'm not going to call names, but yeah, don't fall for that. You're just killing your channel in the long run doing that.
Yeah, it's also against TOS anyway.
It is. It's like YouTube really doesn't pay attention to that stuff enough. They'll just be like, oh, you did that? Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Don't. Why? Now we just have to take you off of the algorithm, and it sucks because they literally, back when I started, monetization was an easy thing to get. All you had to do was just get to a certain goal, and if you got to that goal, or you didn't have to get to a goal. All you had to do was agree to their terms of service for monetization, and you could run ads on your videos. And I actually had the channel monetized up until that point, and YouTube canceled my monetization. It was like, new TOS, new rules. Sorry, you don't get grandfathered in. So...
you've been here for a couple of years, but the company's going to have to make some cutbacks.
Yeah, exactly. What happened was, and this is the whole story of how that came to be, is advertisers started complaining about content because they didn't want to be associated with certain things.
I remember back then when people tried to advertise Pepsi just to get on their site. But then it turns out Pepsi is like, nah, I'm boycotting too.
And the problem is like those advertisers were paying big bucks to some channels that really had some very disgusting content.
Yep.
But just yeah, I'm not going to name names just because the fact that I don't know if they watch or not. And sometimes I'll have people pop in the chat and I know clear as day they bought. And again, I try to steer clear of that. I try to steer very clear of like throwing shade out there, because I'm a zero drama person. I really am a zero drama person. I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. If you come in here and start spewing nonsense that is hateful towards anybody, whether it be towards me, Mirage, Nick, anybody in our community, if you come in here and you start trash, I'm cutting it. I will remove you from the equation.
Yep. Because
this is a place for everybody, not just a select few, not just people, not just one or two people. No, I made this channel, and I made these live streams like this with this purpose of making it so that anybody who wanted to build with me could come build with me.
Yep.
And I'll never forget, I had someone come in here one night and join our build. They weren't building anything. They just wanted to show off some Lego pieces they had.
Yeah.
And granted, I know the guy probably isn't working with a full bag of dice. But he was sitting there and he was asking everybody about subs. And I'll never forget, he got to Dave, and this was before Dave's channel had actually taken off with subs.
Yep.
And he said, "How many subs do you have, Dave?" And Dave said, and he goes, "Well, I got more subs than you." I kicked him. I immediately shut him down, and I said, "Nope, you're not doing that here in my chat. We don't do that here."
Yep.
All right, that's a weird ego boost, especially when it's just like we could be talking about two totally different things. Like,
yeah, like I said, granted, the guy's elevator probably stops a few floors short of the actual penthouse, but
yep.
God, I mean, don't come into my chat and try to make it like you're doing great because you got all these subs. I mean, that don't mean jack all be all in the grand scheme of things. You can have all the subs you want, but are you getting the views? Are you getting the watch hours? That's okay. It's probably one of the best die around in Gojira. How's it going, brother?
I gotta say, one of the coolest thing about this kit, they give like two.
Nah, not mad. Not mad.
They give like two different stickers, sticker sheets. It's like the one that's like more like a little bit mad, but still shiny, or you want the most shinier ones, which one they use.
Ooh, man, I love when they give you like bonus stickers to play with to kind of give you options.
Yep.
But no, Wider Spawn, you're good. You're good. I was just kind of going off on that discussion because I've had to kind of, I want to hammer it home, But you hadn't done anything to make me mad. Trust me, if you'd have made me mad, if you'd have made me mad, you'd have known. You'd have known. It's not you. You're good people, Wider Spawn. Watching Pearl. Yep, just trying to Gundam you. Anytime I get it. Yeah, I love Firehouse Subs. Firehouse Subs is Chef's Kiss, one of the best. I love them. I want to get a big bucket of pickles from them one day.
Yeah. Oh, it's cool. It's like shiny, nice.
Fried zucchini actually doesn't sound bad right now, since we're talking about pickles and whatnot. Like,
ooh, yeah.
It's making me hungry, man.
One of the big things we have, I don't know if it's popular over there where you are, Nick, but here in South Carolina, one of the more popular things we have is fried squash. They cut it in medallions. Oh, dude, trust me. Cut it in medallions, roll it around in some cornmeal. and just throw it in a shallow pan with some oil. Chef's kiss, man.
Yeah, I'm about to really try that. It's fried squash.
Fried squash, yeah. Especially if you got some old grandma making it, man. Ooh, you find you an old lady to make you some.
I had some burrito last night. Yesterday.
Ooh.
It's not like a true Mexican burrito. It's not true Mexican burrito. It's more like Tex-Mex.
Hey, Tex-Mex is still pretty banging.
Yeah, it's still pretty good. It has like some chicken, some kind of sauce that I'm not sure, but probably close to the ranch, I guess. And then it had some like fries inside of it. It's good, so good. But the thing is, it's pricey, especially delivery costs. Oh no.
Oh yeah. Delivery costs are wild.
Because the burrito here, the one I bought, is the biggest size possible. It's like $8.50, and then you can deliver it, and it costs like $11.88, $11.88. So yeah.
To me, there's a difference. Jen, to me, there's always a difference.
Yeah, but I was like, I was hungry, so I gotta do it. No choice. Trust me, when I'm hungry, I'm a different breed.
I'll tell you, when it's time for me to eat, I do get a little hangry if I haven't eaten all day.
Yeah.
Jen noticed it today. I was editing videos, and because my computer's a little aged.
Yeah.
It's actually a lot of aged. It's an 8-year-old computer, and I'm still using it for everything.
Oh, nice.
I need to just go ahead and start planning out the next computer. I thought about buying replacement parts, and I was like, the age of this device, the only thing that's new in it is the power supply, and I know it's time. I'm going to have to just end up biting a bullet here soon and getting a new tower.
Is it not worth like trying to
replace
it?
part? Mm-hmm. At this point, the motherboard's a 8-year-old motherboard, and I'd rather just go ahead and bump up a new one.
Like how
do you now sleeping? Do you?
You're describing that you're gonna put it down like a animal or something.
Nice, Gojira, nice. How's it going, sleeping? Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope your trip was good. Hope you caught some pretty cool Pokemon. He went out to Pokemon Go Fest this year.
Probably gonna eat some breakfast after this.
By the way, guys, we are just 13 days away. Less than 2 weeks, and that made me feel a little nervous to say that. For ChisaiCon, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you in the Walterboro, South Carolina area, come join me July 20th at 11 a.m. Eastern in downtown Walterboro, South Carolina, as we do ChisaiCon, guys. I will have my first ever booth as a YouTube channel, and it feels different, guys, to say that out loud. I never would have thought my channel would have gotten this far, and it's because of you guys. You guys y'all got me over here. I'm getting a little teary-eyed. Not gonna lie, this hitting 1,500 today, hitting that goal today, and doing it all natural, Are you
gonna live stream when you go at the con?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna be running a live stream. I'm also gonna have a tablet up and running where people can watch content the whole time. So I'll be live streaming from my phone. It's not gonna be great. But we'll be celebrating then. I might even dress up. I think I dress up as Bane. By the way, that reminds me. This week's content, guys. I will be switching things up. Thursday night will be Fortnite. We'll go for a little while. I have Friday off because I'm actually going to Disney World, not the park, just the. We're doing Disney Springs this time. I love Disney World itself, and I would go again if I could. I'd definitely go back to the Animal Kingdom and ride the Flight of Passage 100 times if I could.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, there's nothing like riding that ride because let me just say this. the feeling of that Ikron, the Banshee from Avatar, breathing as you're sitting on it. The ride breathes, guys. By the way, Sleeping, you can't just come in here and say this without giving me some juicy gossip. Your friend was just down in Charleston? Nice. What? You said at a KOA? That must be near one of the, they must have been near one of the islands. Thank you, brother. I hope to one day be as cool and popular as Sleeping Collectibles myself. The man, the myth, the legend, the toy hunter supreme. That guy can find gold in a literal dumpster. I've been with him on one of his toy hunts, and I've had people say, "Oh, you know, he just picked that up. He didn't find that. He just hid that there." I've never seen the man hide a thing in his life. Well, since I've known him, I hadn't seen him hide anything. But you know, during his hunts, the man finds literal gold. Nice, that'll be cool. I used to love watching Pee Wee Herman as a kid. Then I started listening to Rob Zombie and got to looking up Rob Zombie facts. Fun fact about Rob Zombie is he was the set director, one of the set designers for Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Wait, what?
Yes. If you ever get a chance to go look it up. If you ever get a chance to go look it up, Rob Zombie's real name is Robert Cummings. And another little known fact is he has a brother in the music industry as well. If you've ever listened to the band Power Man 5000, that is his little brother, Spider Zero or Spider One. But his name is Robert Cummings, and he started off in the 80s doing set design and like doing some of the puppeteering and stuff. So when you look at his concerts and you look at some of his music videos and you see those like really wild like puppets and stuff.
Yeah.
That's all Rob Zombie. That's all like that show. You can actually see the Pee Wee Herman, like Pee Wee's Playhouse stuff going on in there.
Yep.
Yeah. And I always thought that was really cool. And that's one of the random facts about Rob Zombie that not many people know. Is he got his start doing set design on Pee Wee's Playhouse.
I'm not gonna lie, it took me a few years to actually watch this movie, but like one day, like Devil's Rejects was on, and I'm like, I'm really watching. I'm like, wow, I actually kind of like this movie. I don't know why. Like,
Rob Zombie is the dude. The dude's a creative genius. I mean, the man can take a horror movie and make it just a slapstick B movie as he wants it, and it's so good.
There's always someone in my comments in my Facebook page. He always praises about Rob Zombie anytime he gets. Any chance he gets, he always praises him.
Zombie is such an interesting musician. Like, he's one of the few musicians that, like, his style changes with every album. Every album is always, Lawrence Fishburne was in Pee Wee's Playhouse as well. He was Cowboy Curtis. Hey, Mega, you're here for it, Mega. You're here for it. 1500 happened tonight. It happened tonight, and Iz called it out. So I want to thank Iz for paying attention to that. I think he was actually going to work on one at one point, Gojira, and I think things kind of fell through there. A Texas Chainsaw Massacre would have been great under him.
You know what I would love to see Rob Zombie tackle? And it's going to be so weird that I would even mention this. Critters. I want him to do his version of that. I really want him to do his version of Critters. Like,
I feel like with his puppetry skills and his weird like antics as well, and his sense of humor that he has. Because I mean, if you ever notice like the script writing in House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects and all that, That's all Rob Zombie's humor thrown in there. The man's got a weird sense of humor, but he's so down to earth. I remember like a few years ago when Baby Metal was just really hitting the scene well.
Oh yeah, I remember them.
And they were just coming into popularity.
Yep.
Someone said, "Well, they're not real metal," and Rob Zombie said, "No, they're more metal than you think." He's like, if this is the future of metal, I love it already. Rob Zombie shut that guy down quick. He was like, "Don't you dare besmirch what they do." He said, "They're out here having fun. They're out here doing what I was doing, you know." And I was like, "Good for Rob." You know, and I've been listening to one of their latest songs they did with Electric Callboy, Ra-ta-ta-ta. That one's really good.
Yep.
They have the song with it's like
Thank you, Mega.
It's Bring Me the Horizon, but it's featuring Baby Metal. I love that song.
Kingslayer.
There we go.
Yes,
I love that
that's
song.
A good one as well. Oh my God, Gojira, what a lineup. Carowinds theme park yesterday had Bret Michaels, Great White, and Slaughter with special guest D. Snyder. That is wild. God, I need to go to Carowinds again sometime soon. I hadn't been. Carowinds is one of our local theme parks for us, and it straddles the North Carolina-South Carolina border. So it's always funny because like they used to have I don't know if they still have it, but they used to have a ride that actually you could get on the North Carolina or South Carolina side and race to see which side was better. Of course, it didn't much matter. I don't think you made a difference in that. It was just whenever the carts fired off, but it was such a fun ride. Wow, I'm almost done with the kit. I'm almost done with the kit. I'm on step 83. It's only 9:50. Yeah, we're breaking out another kit tonight.
Okay.
I gotta do. I'm on 83 of 94 because the rest of this is all just like posing stuff. I'm gonna have to make a short of this or a TikTok. Yeah, Thunder Road. That's it. Thunder Road. That was so much fun. I'm sad they tore that down. All right, now I've got to build the hands. All right, so we need Q1. Q4. But yeah, before the stream, I usually listen to a little bit of music. I've been listening to I was listening to Baby Metal's Ra-ta-ta-ta, and I looked up at the time and I was like, okay, I got time for one more song. The next song that played up was Sleep Token's "Take Me Back to Eden." I was like, I don't have a time for that. I will be late for my own stream listening to one of my favorite songs. I let Jen listen to that for the first time about a week or two ago. And I was like, this song kind of reminds me of you. She goes, why? And then I let her listen to the lyrics. She goes, okay, so I'm a funeral pyre. I was like, yeah, but I'm a winged insect. That man could like he could sit there and sing about like anything, and it just sounds magical. And the fun fact is, like, they do the whole mask band thing, so they want to retain a little bit of they want to be anonymous. There we go. I'm not going to try to say the hard word tonight. Anonymity. There we go. Said I wasn't going to do it, and I did it. But anyway, they try to hold back on that, on letting people know who they are. Come to find out, people have already figured out who he is. Like they doxed him completely. And he was like, he doesn't care. He's like, at this point, I knew it was coming. I just wanted to see how long it took for people to find me. Working on figuring that out now, Mega. I want to see how long it takes for the 1500 to stick before I go ahead and announce anything. But I want to get a couple of paychecks under my belt so I can make sure I have enough money to ship off everything. I'm working on trying to get Cap's check together now because I'm waiting on the last little bit of GoFundMe money to come through so I can get that over to him soon. But once we figure that out, it's going to happen mega, and it's going to be nice. I need to get a couple of V-Bucks cards too, or at least one V-Bucks card, because I think I'm going to give away at least like one V-Bucks gift and one I'm thinking about doing one V-Bucks gift for one winner, one PSN, Xbox, or Steam card for another winner. $20, at least $20 on that, and giving away 2 Gundam kits, guys. I've got 2 IBO kits that need a home. So I won 2 copies of the same ones I had, so I'm giving away the ones that I have had sitting in backlog for a little bit. There'll also be some channel swag given out to the lucky winners as well. I'll be mailing everything off this time. I've actually heard that one, Gojira. It's not bad. I like some Falling in Reverse. I like the one that he did with Tech 9 as well. That was a good song. It's called Ronald. Alex Terrible's got some pipes on him, man.
Octavius is not bad, this kid. I'm impressed. I'm gonna do some testing with it.
Let's see, I got to cut out B11 and B13 times 2.
Let's see.
I think I'm making the...
Oh, sick.
But Jen cracked me up the other night. She was watching an Instagram post about a Rammstein concert.
Ooh.
And I don't know how many people here are familiar with, the antics that are a Rammstein concert.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to have an immature moment. It's just my memory jogged me. You're talking about Rammstein. It's just the only few things that I can really think of. Like,
yeah. There are some moments. There are some really crazy moments in a Rammstein concert. They actually got arrested in America for one of their concert shticks. I don't know that they actually wouldn't tour America for a long time because of that.
oh wow.
Yeah. Back in Family Values tour, they have a song called Buk Dish, which means bend down. And
that one.
Yeah, you can probably tell where it went. But needless to say, one of the stage acts is they take a certain body shaped object and proceed to simulate making love with the keyboardist, and he then this certain object is connected to a hose, and in a very Gwar-esque way, it sprays the crowd. Now, if you've never been to a Gwar concert, go to one. Everybody will end up either A, being offended, or B, being, oh my God, this is the most amazing thing in my life. I don't get offended by anything, so I was like, I came out blue and purple and red. I looked like I'd been tie-dyed from that concert.
That's one way to be glazed like a donut. Like,
yeah, exactly. So at this Gwar concert that I went with Destination Stone of all people to the concert. But yeah, so that's how Rammstein got arrested. By the way, they simulated a certain act, and in all places, I think it was in Massachusetts, and they got arrested. And Family Values Tour tried to say, "Hey, look, it's just an act. They weren't like actually doing anything that they shouldn't have been doing. And I think the charges ultimately got dropped, but they were like, "Yep, we're not coming back to America till y'all can, take a joke." And now they've started touring again in America, which is pretty cool. But I was like, wow. I read the article and that was like, holy hell, that was a part of the stage act. In fact, they one of the crazy things about their concerts is they were doing that act for a long time, and they actually had it on the Live Alts Berlin DVD, which was their DVD of their concert in Berlin in '98.
Mm-hmm.
And that scene is actually taken out of all of the DVDs for the sheer fact that in Germany they have censorship laws that protect people from seeing such crazy acts. Yeah, we haven't been to Carowinds in a while. Yeah, Fury 325 was the coaster that was that had the big giant cracked pillar. Oof, yeah, I won't get on it. I won't get on it just for the sheer fact that I hate heights. I did the Intimidator, and I went from, 5'8", kind of stocky white boy to little old church lady in a heartbeat. The whole ride down, you just hear, "Jesus, Lord Jesus, help me, Jesus."
Kobe, if you come here, if you go to the mall, be prepared, okay?
All right.
Because there's the escalators.
Yeah.
And it's like, it doesn't take that long, but at the same time, you can see like the entire mall from both.
Yeah.
And then I know if anyone's scared of heights, they're going to freaking pass out.
So, fun fact, I used to be terrified of escalators as a kid because I watched Rescue 911, which was a TV show we had here. It came out in like the late 80s, early 90s. And on that show, they showed a kid getting his shoelaces caught in the escalator.
Oh yeah.
And there was so much terror about the fact that it started like trying to fold him up on the line that I was so terrified that I cried at the mall one time and screamed that they had to take me back through the fire exit to get me up to the second floor. And my mom was like, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I did not. I didn't hear that one, Mega. Rammstein actually has done a few American tours since then, Gojira, but they're like $400 a pop just to go see them. And I just can't afford that. Weidmann's Heil is your song. I like Weidmann's Heil. Mine is Du Hast. Du Hast always holds a special place in my heart because that was the first song I ever heard by them. I love that one, and I like there's some. I like all of them, to be honest. There isn't a Rammstein song I hadn't listened to that I don't like. Limp Bizkit is coming to Charlotte with Corey Feldman. They should have. That would have been cool. Need to find what the clothes and wash them. I may have gotten lost. Oh yeah, my Guar clothes. I do need to find my Guar shirt. It's buried in my clothes mountain. I have a clothes mountain, guys. I'm horrible. I just throw all of my shirts in whenever I do laundry, I throw them in a pile on an ironing board and just don't organize them, and I just grab one as I go. And the bad thing is I rotate through the same 4 shirts every time because I wash them and I'm like, oh, it's in the laundry. I'll just grab it out the dryer real quick. So cool fact, Jen's talking about she hung out with Tim McCord from Evanescence.
Sick.
Yeah, I actually hung out with I actually have met 3 musicians in my life. 2 by happenstance. 1 right after a concert, of course. But I met I may have met a 4th musician at the Guar concert. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I was at a concert with it was Silent Civilian, who, if anybody remembers, Spineshank. Silent Civilian was the band of the lead singer of Spineshank. He started a secondary band at that point, just because Spineshank was kind of going obsolete at that point. They kind of played all they could play, and they were running out of creative ideas. So he started up Silent Civilian because I guess they were all just taking a hiatus. And I met, while we were at that concert, it was them, All That Remains. All That Remains had not become popular at that point. They were still fairly like new to the scene. And it was Drowning Pool was the headlining act. So during that concert, the concert ends and I'm making my way out, and I had gone out, so I was trying to start a band, and the lead singer we had was she disappeared on me during like the whole like concert, and I'm like, where the hell did she go? I've got to try to get back home, and I have no idea where I'm going to go or how to get there, because I hadn't driven a whole lot at that point. So I'm sitting there looking for her the whole time, right? And whoa, I hear some music in the background. Not sure what it is. I don't think it's anything. Nick, have you got some music going on in the background? Yeah. There we go. But yeah. So as we're sitting there, like, I don't think that was anything copyright, but I got to be real careful with that one. But as we're sitting there, right, I'm sitting there walking through the parking lot looking for her. I find her sitting with the lead singer of All That Remains, just shooting the breeze with him. She's about 3 sheets to the wind, of course, but she's like, she's sitting there talking with him and all that, and I'm like, yeah, I probably need to get her back. He's like, yeah, it'd probably be for the best. She was wandering around. She was wandering around backstage, and yeah, I was like, great. So that was the first time I ever met a lead singer of a band. Second time was back in 2008. I went to the Taste of Chaos tour in Atlanta, and we'd gone there to see Atreyu, Avenged Sevenfold, and at this point, me and my friends had discovered a band called Ice Nine Kills. Now, if you've never heard of Ice Nine Kills, they are a kind of metalcore kind of band. They do a lot of like horror music, like horror rock in a way. Jen got his autograph. Nice. Yeah. Jen said she'd rather ride an escalator than an elevator. I got to catch up with the chat. Escalators and eels. Yeah, that always makes me laugh. Yeah. You drank a beer with Mudvayne, met Phil and Selma, and a bunch of oh wow, nice. Yeah, I think it's classical. I think we're good. But yeah, Nick, I think you're good there. I think that's a classical song, so we should be clear.
I apologize. I think my mom was trying to put my nephew to sleep.
It's okay. Jen was listening to it. She goes, yeah, that's something classical. We should be good. I heard it, and I was like, oh, it's music. But 9 times out of 10, I mean, you can get away with like a few seconds. So nothing like, not like a whole like hour-long sonata or anything like that. You should be good. But no, you're good, brother. You're good.
I'm just like, man, that baby shouldn't need all that music to go to sleep. Like 30 seconds is it? Like,
it's okay. Trust me. I had a niece that was when you tried to put her to sleep. Sometimes she would go to sleep right away, and other times you had to like play the same kids video over and over again until she finally got the point that it was time to go to bed. But yeah, my niece is now like almost an adult, and it makes me feel old. But yeah, so might go see Post Malone in Charlotte. Nice. Baby Metal's coming to Charlotte, and I want to see them live. Just said it sounded like wake up music. But yeah, so it was kind of funny because like we were sitting there at the concert in Atlanta, and we were sitting there talking about Ice Nine Kills and how we were excited to see them because Atreyu was a big band, Avenged Sevenfold another big band, but Ice Nine Kills was like relatively unknown MySpace band, actually, of all things, and somehow they'd gotten on the Taste of Chaos tour, And it was super exciting to see a band that like that get that, to happen. Well, they get to Atlanta and find out day of concert that a local band has taken their place just for this part of the concert. That they were going to have a local band play. So Spencer and the guys are out like hawking their merch, trying to at least make back some money so that they can afford the rest of the trip. And they get up to us and they're selling their CDs out of like a cardboard box, and they hear me and my friend talking about it, and at this point we're sitting there talking about how cool Ice Nine killed, how cool it would be to see them live and all that, and some guy goes, "Yeah, they got kicked probably because they weren't any good," and I said, "Nah, I hate to tell you this, but they're really good. They're amazing and better than the crap that they probably replaced them with." And Spencer heard that and was like, "You know what? Here, dude. Here's a CD." So I got a CD from Spencer, and
cool.
I never heard Jen yelling at something. I was wanting to make sure she wasn't yelling at me.
Oh, she's not letting you buy more Gunplas, one.
No. So I had an idea for a video, and I was telling her about it the other day, and I want to gauge you guys' opinion on this to see what you think. Mm-hmm. I want to do a video. So you guys know TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That CD's gone, Jen. It got lost, and I'm so sad. Like all of my CDs got lost. When CDs stopped being a medium, I put them somewhere, and now I can't find them. It makes me sad because I had like a lot of love for that. Oh, Jen was yelling at the cat, jumping on her head. But yeah. So anyway, I was surfing on TikTok the other day, and I saw one of those like it's basically a memory stick that you can plug into, like it's like a Fire Stick almost.
Oh, okay.
You can plug it into your TV, and it has like 40,000 video games, and they're all from like all the consoles, and I'm like, oh, that's piratey as hell. But my first thought was, what if I check that out for a video? What if I decided to like, get one and test it out and see how well they are.
It's not technically legal, but if you want to do it, then sure, I don't mind.
Yeah, I mean,
because I live in Brunei. It's like in here in like Asian countries, like Southeast Asia, it's freaking pirate land.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like a lot of people don't realize that most of these like pirated, like most of these console systems like that's kind of people's way of getting a hold of some of these older consoles.
Yeah, I used to
getting a chance to play some of their classics, because I mean, Sony's very strict on their stuff. Nintendo, oh God, Nintendo's like hella strict.
I hear horror stories about Nintendo.
Yeah, which is why I won't be playing a Nintendo game on there if I do get this thing.
Back then, I used to like play games on the pirated PS2, pirated games.
Girl Zero says he falls asleep to Forensic Files. Nice. Space documentaries for you, Waterspawn. I listen to those sometimes whenever I'm like taking a nap. I'll throw that on YouTube and just listen to that while I'm taking a nap. By the way, Nick, you started something there. Everybody's talking about what they use to go to sleep to now. with the baby listening to classical.
Man, and the funny thing about it is usually, and it's weird because they'll put the lullabies on for him to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Just to try to get him tired out so he doesn't get like too fussy or angry. But usually when he's in the room with like me and his brothers, he'll just watch us play Ninja Turtles and he'll be quiet the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Like we'll have Shredder's Revenge and he will literally just sit there and not make a peep. Like, so I'm just like, it's either lullabies or video games for you, kid. And I don't have the energy for option number 2 right now.
Yeah. But Dre's in the chat. Dre, we hit 1,500 tonight. I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings to see if we keep crossing it. And I think it's because of the latest Grounded video. Latest Grounded video did really well. I'm already at 121 views after 2 days. Which lately my videos have been, everything's been doing really well with that. So we're already up to 18 likes as well. Thank you guys so much for that. Maybe 19. I don't know. Sometimes it'll show more, but had 44 views on this tonight, which is really good for Gunpla Hangar starting out. But usually after I finish these videos and let them sit for a day or two, the views just start kind of like crawling in slowly, and then they just start. I've had one Gunpla video really take off, and that's usually the ones where I give like my top 10s list.
Yep.
I did the top 10 third-party kits that I was interested in, and sure enough, that one kind of got a lot. That one got a lot of love. Let's see. Everybody's saying hey to Dre. Jen says she needs to sleep in silence.
What up, Dre?
Watch him. I'm building the Boom Boom Robo right now. Oh yeah.
Thank you, Dre. I appreciate it. Yeah, see, sometimes silence messes with me a lot. I can't really sleep in silence because, like, my mind starts to, like, wander a little bit. Not wander, but just starts to, like, get into that deep thought of, you know, hearing everything, and then you start hearing, like, the weird white noise in your head.
Yeah. You know, there's one way to make me sleep. I was sometimes, when I'm in the car, and I get sleepy, I just like straight up sleep. But then but I'm also wearing earphones sometimes listening to music.
Yeah.
Like imagine I'm sleeping, but the music I'm listening to start freaking hero beat something. That's gonna give me like a fever dream or something.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's sad to say, there's like certain days, like, because I start work at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
There's certain days, like, if I'm not in bed by 11, I'm like, yo, we gotta huff this one out. Like,
yeah. God, you start work at 3?
3, and I get off at 9. Well, so it's like, it's pretty cool, like, because I had like the majority of the day to myself to do whatever. But the days that I don't sleep the night before, I try not to go to sleep like earlier during the day, like the day after, because it throws off my sleep schedule horribly.
Oh, I bet.
So I'm just like, we might have to really just run like 24 hours with no sleep.
Ugh. Man,
sometimes it works. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, it's not happening today, sir.
I hate to ask, but what do you do?
Oh, I work at UPS.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. You must work at like one of the distribution centers.
Like I do hazmat auditing.
Okay.
And then I'll do like, you know, half the time I'll just load up like the packages and whatnot.
I bet you found some interesting things.
You know what? Not at this hub because I changed hubs.
Yeah.
Like my older hub, oh my god! Like there was like one truck that was dedicated to like nothing but like Hot Toys and Sideshow collectible stuff.
Oh man.
Oh, cool.
And then there was like another one that had nothing but like, it was like for a whole bunch of like third party stuff, like stuff that came from like Temu or AliExpress, and you see nothing but like Joy Toys, third party kits, like.
I've been tempted in getting something from Joy Toy, like some of their like not Attack on Titan, but Titanfall looking things.
Yeah, where are those? I didn't really buy one, but it's a bit on my price range.
Yeah, they're pricey.
You know what, they showcase or they release like a pre-order for something that was like totally unexpected. Like they're coming out with like Ninja Turtle toys, and I'm like, wait, what? Like
Joy Toy, really?
Yeah.
Wow,
and they look good.
Yeah.
I'm like, even for like 3-inch figures, I'm just like, no, I'm sold on these. Like they come off like what's that one, the live action show that they had, The Next Mutation? They all look like those turtles.
Yeah. If it's anything turtle related, anyone would get it.
Yeah.
You release another 10 more turtles, people should buy it.
Yeah, and that's like the one thing I mean, Ninja Turtles is like my favorite like fandom of all time, but I hate how the market is so saturated with like turtle stuff. It's just almost to a point where I'm like, yo, this is annoying. Like,
yeah,
oh my god, another Leonardo! Wow, yay!
It's like the turtles. Like I tell everybody, especially like all my toy collecting groups, I'm like, yo, like Ninja Turtles and SHF Dragon Ball figures are really starting to be the new Marvel Legends.
Yeah, they're everywhere, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, that's
how loaded it is. Yeah. Yeah, Kamen Rider stuff.
Don't you wish that on Kamen Rider Mirage?
I will say I've seen a lot of Kamen Rider stuff lately, and I'm like, wow, this is. Please don't oversaturate it with to the point that it kills that line.
I've wanted to jump down that rabbit hole, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, I've got too many rabbit holes I've already jumped down. Now that Super 7 makes Ghost figures, for the band Ghost, I'm like, why do this to me?
You know what? Speaking of Super 7, I've seen like up close their Godzilla figures. Like, I'm like, wow, these look nice. Like,
yeah.
Because I used to buy some of like the Super 7 like TMNT figures.
Yeah.
And a lot of the figures I was just like, no, I want this because like Baxter as like a mutant fly has always been dope to me, but like the Super 7's version of it was just like, yo, this is like gnarly version of Baxter. So I'm like loving this. But I hate how like the one thing that I really wish those figures would be better ab articulation. They could have like the regular articulation that they have, single jointed stuff, whatever they would use. But the one like they just now started putting like ball joints in the waist.
Those articulated turtles.
Dre says, Nick, I used to have to work the night shift for work, and I had to change that.
Honestly,
Peanut was up with them all night.
You know what? Like people count my shift as night, but I just take it as like early in the morning.
Yeah, that's like early morning shift.
But it's like it's like the hardest part is just getting up in the morning. After that, like as soon as I get there, my day started. I'm like, all right, I could do this.
Yeah, you kind of power through it after a while.
It's kind of surprising that I'm not really much a big fan of Ninja Turtles that much, but then I know a lot of stuff about it at the same time.
Yeah, I used to be a fan back in the day, but I mean, when I say back in the day, I mean like kid running around with a plastic knife pretending I was Leonardo,
Yeah. I like Ninja Turtles, but I wasn't like crazy about it back then because my shape was more like like Kamen Rider, right?
Yeah,
Eva. That was my thing.
It was just like the only way me and my brother knew about any of this stuff. My mom, she would just like. There were just certain instances she would sit us down and watch like X-Men the animated series. It'd be like early 5 o'clock in the morning. Breakfast would already be made, and she'd be on her elliptical watching X-Men for us and whatnot.
Oh, nice.
And, like, Turtles was the same thing. Like my mom, like she actually like she grew up reading the comic book, so that's how we got interested into Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. But like when it came to kaiju stuff, I remember it was like it wasn't. They have the original Ultraman, but it was like I guess the Europe version because it was like a whole different character, but they did the same thing what they did with Power Rangers and Super Sentai.
Yeah.
And I remember she put this on, like she put Ultraman on, and we were like, me and my brother were so fascinated by it. And she was like, "Yeah, I used to watch this when I was a kid, but this is a different version." And like, we were like, "Wait, what?" And then from there, that's how she got us into like Kamen Rider, Ultraman, and then like once Power Rangers came over here, it was a wrap.
Yeah, Jen said that was like her job. She got up at like. She would get up early in the morning to teach English to Chinese kids. Like she would remote in, and it would be like a remote job where she could like teach from home.
Mm-hmm.
She loved it, but politics in China changed everything there. They got very anti-Western really quick, and so like they didn't want any Western influence. So now they don't want anybody from the West teaching their children how to speak English.
Oh wow!
I'm like
as a someone with Chinese ancestry. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was like, that's a good way to like not have them be proficient enough to where they can sound almost native.
This is why my ancestors moved.
Yeah. They're whatever's good. I'm not going to talk about politics on the chat, but it's definitely crazy that they don't see that that could be a benefit to have someone Western teaching the tongue that they don't speak.
I'm not trying to be like anti-China, but
Yeah.
my uncle actually he actually was a student in China once, and it was, oh man, it was not a great experience with him. Trust me, because China is like also really foggy. So, yeah. The air is not really that clean, stuff like that.
Yeah, they've got a huge.
I'm not trying to be, it's not. I'm trying to be mean, but it's just the fact. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming from a guy who's basically Chinese.
This one was kicking my ass, man.
I'm towards the end of mine now, so I'm going to break out. I don't know. We might be able to get this.
I had to apply some super glue to my kit just to make it tighten it a bit.
Okay. Okay. I got you, Jen. Now I'm tracking now. I misunderstood that conversation. So apparently it's not like they can't learn from Westerners. It's just that it has to be something extracurricular, like the parents have to pay for it,
Yeah.
They don't support it anymore. And a lot of those companies that were working with the government, to produce produce English speaking teachers for online purposes.
Yeah.
Were effectively finished after that. Man, this kit's huge. This kit is massive, guys.
My kit's not done. Mine's not done yet with the legs, but I think it's gonna be huge also. Like in the show, it's like 22 meters tall.
Yeah.
Which is like new Gundam height, basically. So,
ooh, yeah, that's huge.
Note to self: pay attention to the damn directions.
Yeah, I do that a lot. By the way, Nick, it's horrible. I'll be sitting here cutting out pieces, and I'm like, wait a minute, why are these not going together? And then I'm looking like, oh, I cut out an R versus a P. Why?
Like I can't. Oh my gosh, I don't know if it's because my brain works a different way, but it's just like I don't know how you guys usually do. When you build your high grades, me on the other hand, when it comes to the right and the left parts, I do those like together. So I don't never do like just right leg first and then left leg. Like I just build both of them at the same time. Sometimes it works. Sometimes I don't know if it's me just trying to get rid of it quick, but once that happens, I'm just like, all right.
Yeah, there's I have similar problems there. I used to do left and right like that. And I was doing it for so long, and it was how it was comfortable for me. But then the instructions started getting like really specific about things, and I was like, "Ooh, I better not do that anymore." I'm gonna go ahead and just cut these out because I can utilize these in the next part here. Because we are almost done with this kit, guys. It does come with some bonus parts here, which I'll have to show y'all in a minute. Really cool looking kit, and I hate that I'm going to have to box it for a little bit until I can get till we get moved, because we're still working on the house, but it's going to be once we move. I want to have nothing but Gundams displayed behind me. I'm gonna move my figures into storage. Not into storage, but into like storage containers here at the house or at my other house.
Yep.
And eventually just display them once I can get a bigger office set up. I'm thinking about getting one of those like storage buildings that I can turn into like an office.
Yep.
Eventually. That is if this continues to grow like it has. And all signs point to yes.
Man, we better see you with a awesome Gundam display in a Technicolor office.
That's going to happen.
With the PC chair.
Exactly. I think it's going to happen soon, guys. Content's been doing really well lately. I've seen a lot of positive things happening. Almost done. Famous last words. Yes, Jen, I know. Famous last words. But to be honest, this is actually feeling like I'm almost done with this kit. Like, I don't feel like I've missed anything. And this is kind of cool. I like this. So let me show you guys what I'm working on right now. You see these two different blade sizes here?
Yeah.
These are just attachments for the shield here, I believe.
Oh, nice.
I think what you do is you just slide them in like, I'm trying to, I had it upside down. That's why it's not displaying like that. But you just kind of slide it into place here, I believe. I say that and it's not wanting to go, so I may be doing something wrong there. I'll have to look at it, but yeah, I'll have to look at it. Maybe, wait, no, I got the wrong shields. That's why. It's gonna be these right here. I believe these are the ones that do the blade display. Yep, there we go. So you can kind of see that right there. How it kind of looks like that. You can swap these out for different lengths. So you have the really long length ones, or the ones I just showed you where they were short length. You got a medium length blade here. And if I can get it to line up, there we go. There's your medium length, and then there's a longer length as well. So I can't wait to see how that's going to look. There's like 3 options of blade length there. So I think that's really cool that they add that much customization to this kit to really kind of make it stand out a little bit.
Are you going to do anything extra to it? Like weathering it or?
I'm one of those weird people that I'll leave them kind of as is. Like I don't paint them. I don't do anything like that. Now I am planning another kit bash here soon. And I might make that into like a series versus a stream. And I'm going to make so everybody knows My Hero Academia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I have one of my favorite characters is a background character. It's not like one of the main characters. It's Tokoyami. The guy with the bird head.
Yeah, the bird head.
Yeah. I like him, and I've actually thought about building a Gundam based on him.
Yeah.
Using and I got the idea when I built the Yogdoga.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that would be, I feel like that would be a cool design there, just using parts from the Yogdoga along with other kits to give you kind of a, nice,
Eventually, I want to do kit bash on my home, but it's not Gundam. I think I'm gonna go a bit ballsy and try a gym instead.
I cut out the other piece here, and I got to figure out why it's not. Which piece is not the same piece? They're all the same, to be honest. These 23, 24s, and 25s, or 23, 22, 23s, and 24s. But y'all, I'm literally on the last step here.
Oh, let's go.
All I got to do is just put. Well, one of the last steps. I will say this: all I got to do is just assemble it, and after that, it's the last. It's done. But I got to say, this has probably been one of my favorite builds this year. And I probably won't have a top 10 list this year. It'll probably be more of like a top 5.
Yeah.
Just because I haven't built 10 kits this year. Just because I'm slowing down my builds, like I said, with Sundays being kind of mixed in with D&D and all that. However, after Baldur's Gate, D&D will be moving to Wednesdays. So my new schedule will be like this, guys. Gaming, Gunpla, gaming, Gunpla. So I will be doing 2 kits a month again.
Oh, nice.
just so we can have more of these sessions here, because I think that would be pretty cool. And D&D will be going to a weekly basis, because I've come to enjoy D&D a lot, and I feel like we could have weekly sessions, and it would still be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I think everybody's expressed interest in longer weekly sessions. Okay, so now I've got to take off one of these.
Let's see. They didn't really include this, but it's still cool at the same time. You could like stand in some like the rangers, the boomers.
Yeah,
that's really neat. Yeah, we have like right here. See.
Yeah.
But I got to admit, it was a bit pain in the ass to apply.
I feel like that might not be the right size there. Why is that not? Oh, that might be why, because I'm putting it on the wrong end. I'm sitting there trying to put the piece on, right? And struggling with it. And I'm like, why is this not lining up?
That's like me. So I start freaking out afterwards.
Yeah, I'm sitting there looking at it and I'm fighting with it. I'm like, why are you not lining up? And now I realize why.
It's not giving that much visuals, surprisingly. But it says meant to be for kids, so I guess they don't want to get too hard.
Is it having me? No. What am I making here?
No, it's just quite the many stickers. This is actually a fun kit. The stickers are not hard to buy either. And there's a lot.
Let's go ahead and get this other blade together here. And after that, we got all the blades done. And considering I've got like an hour left for the stream, I might go ahead and break out that Nervalia kit. I can never say her name. Nervalia kit.
I have it right
and
now.
just kind of continue working on her a little bit.
Yeah.
I got a good little bit done on her last time.
I have to work on mine too eventually.
I think the next stream, I might actually pull out this Kotobukiya, what is it, Gamma Strauss?
Ooh.
And I honestly, I want to get I forgot what the other mecha that you need to combine it with. I want to get it, but the only reason why like I got this one, I've seen the prices for it. I'm like, holy cow, man, this is super expensive. Like a friend who lives in Texas actually, because he was just like, oh, I came across this motto. Do you know what it is? I'm like, no, I've never seen it before. And I was like, how much did it cost? And he was like, oh, I only got it for $10. I'm like, wait, what? And he was just like, yeah, I'll send it to you. And I'm just like, oh, dope. But then I'm looking on the prices. I'm like, yo, it's like 50, 60 bucks for this model. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, now we've got to start attaching parts. And this is where it's going to get a little hairy, guys. Because I don't know. I'm worried over nothing with that part. That went on cleanly. I'm putting on the shields now, those arm shields. I've got to put some hands in. I got to put some hands on these kits too. Let me see. Wider Spawn said, "Welcome back, Wider Spawn." By the way, before I forgot what happens a day ago. Yeah. So Saturdays here, I don't stream. I usually take the nights off. So if you don't see a stream, just know that's why. But I got to figure out which hands I want to use. I think I might do open hands at first. And then when I go to do like a pose, I might have like a... Right. That's the one thing I don't like is these arms are a little loose in there. But that makes it easier to get the wrists on because I don't have to like... Let me take that shield off real quick. There we go. Keep forgetting that putting wrists on in a shielded arm, definitely not as easy as it looks. And I used to make TikToks of my kits when I'd build them. I haven't done that in a while. I need to do that again. I would post them on shorts as well, but shorts they don't do anything for my channel. Like I get no motion on shorts.
Now, when you make like TikTok reels, especially for like, say for example, like Gunpla kits and stuff like that, does it help redirect like your viewership back to YouTube, or does it keep it separate?
It keeps it separate. I've rarely gotten like a crossed interaction. Normally, it's kind of a parallel interaction. Like I get a lot more love on TikTok when it comes to the Gundam stuff, especially when I post like TikToks of me showing off my kits.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so that's where this goes. This goes back here in the back. Yeah. Yeah, there's the free days I do have, and I'll be brutally honest with you guys. Like any free time I have, I usually spend that either A, editing videos, or B, watching shows and trying to catch up with spending some time with Jen. I don't get a lot of free time outside of that. So I try to give her as much time as I can. Just happy wife, happy life, guys.
Hey, facts.
I've been married 12 years now, and I'll tell you, it's 12 years of hard work between both of us. You know, we keep each other happy. And guys, there is the kit all done. I would lay it on its back, but you cannot. So when I go to,
that's cool.
Yeah, I'll have to move the camera to just kind of show y'all, but just to show y'all it's standing up. It is definitely gonna need a stand to stand up. It's really back heavy. So yeah, you definitely need a stand to stand it. However, I mean, you can use that back blade itself as almost like a tripod piece for it. Just to kind of show.
Does it feel flimsy, or it feels like it has weight to it?
I will say this: the joints aren't exactly super strong. Not like a Bandai kit, because there's really no. The only thing holding the joints together, as you can see, the arm just came off in my hands here, because it's not really. There's nothing really solid there to hold those joints in place. So posing it can be a bit of a problem. And like I said, it's super back heavy, so it's going to lean backwards the whole time. Unless you can get the pose just right. But I will say this, it is definitely going to need a stand if you're going to stand it. If you want it to stand natural. Because those wings on the back there, and I'll give you all kind of a side profile view there.
Oh, wow, man. That was massive.
It is. It's huge. It comes with these bonus pieces here, and you get some extra hands to play with. You do get a piece here so that if you don't want to use a stand, you can but it comes with a stand piece as well that you can plug into any kind of universal stand. It plugs into the back of the kit to hold it up. So when it comes down to posing this for TikTok, I may not be able to, but that's the kit, guys. It's done. I just finished this, and it's a beauty. I love it. I love the design of it. I love the look of it. I just had to make sure that we didn't freeze up there. Everything went quiet, so I wanted to make sure that YouTube didn't or that StreamYard didn't just crash. But again, guys, this is the Fafner Mark Alles from Motoroid, part of that Good Smile family. So definitely go check it out if you can. I found mine at Lunar Toys out of New York. That was the only place I could find it. So box art's pretty cool on it too. It looks exactly like the manual. So if you're wondering what the box art looks like, I'll just go ahead and show you the manual again. Just kind of a cloudy sky with the suit, you know. And how to get this back in the box, and hope to God it fits in there without me having to take parts apart. But I had just bought this kit, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna build it. I can actually lay it sideways perfect. And it's going to go. What's that?
This kit is very tight. No one really right now.
Also, I see you're working on the Hygog tonight there, Nick.
You know what? It's ever since what is it? War in a Pocket. I've been super interested with the suit, but this build is taking all that joy away from me.
Yeah, I'm going to warn you now, that backpack, be very mindful of the antenna on it. I had to glue mine back together. The kit tilted one time, one time it just kind of tilted backwards, and it laid on that. It ended up laying down on that antenna and popped it.
Really?
Yeah, recently also one of my kids broke.
Yeah.
On the beam rifle, it's the Zeta.
Yeah. Oh, the Zeta?
barrel broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, the barrel broke. But then it's a quick super glue job, but it's not perfect. Because if I wanted to make it much more tighter, I mean, much more of a fix, I have to drill some rods, something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't have the equipment for it right now. So it will still snap off, which did happen.
Got so many options parts for these 30-minute sisters,
Right.
you know.
I forgot this is one of the kits that I got from Gundam Base Japan. Kids are nowhere.
Oh yeah. That's the isn't that the Advance of Zeta?
Yeah, this is Armor
nice.
Zeta Gundam. And then my favorites right over here.
I actually have like my Zetas right here on the desk. I think that's one of those. I actually want to try my hand at like scribing, custom painting, the whole shebang with this one.
Yeah, it's my favorite right here. The G3. I still post this guy around. He's just my favorite. I love him so much.
So guys, I'll tell you right now, I have a large collection of bathing suits and things like that for my 30-minute sisters. Because I eventually want to get into like doing the. Yeah, it is a little sus, but it's more or less for the. I ain't gonna lie, it is a little sus.
I say that. Well, look at my fingers.
Yeah, but I got that for the sheer fact that one day I actually want to do like photos, like photography of these kits.
Yeah.
But let me get back to working on this one.
I actually plan to go to the beach just for like taking photography of my fingers, something like that. It'd be kind of weird though. Imagine some guy he's on the beach one day, just having a nice day. And some guy just like taking pictures like it's like anime figures.
Yeah.
Swimsuits.
It's not weird when it's art.
Yeah, exactly.
Mirage, is that Gundam? Is it a master grade or a high grade?
Oh, this is a high grade. This is the Beyond Global RX-2, but it's like we painted into like the G3. This is exclusive kit, Gundam base.
Nice.
I also got another one of this, but it's the Gundam base colors, so it's like blue and white. I haven't built that one yet.
I need to get a trash bag to throw in here.
Okay, it's tightened.
In fact, I'm going to cut my camera real quick and go grab that. I'll be right back.
You can get the swimsuit. Okay, let me see. Okay. Okay.
Mirage, how much more of your kit do you have to go? Or how much more do you have to go? I'm sorry.
I just finished the arm, actually. The last arm.
Oh, nice.
Like, see? This is how the kit going right now. I just need to finish the legs and stuff.
Oh, man, that looks good, man.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I'm liking it a lot so far. Especially with the Chinese stickers. So yeah, kind of makes it pop a lot more.
That's part of the mini plot line, right?
Yep, my second mini plot. The first one was an Ex-Kaiser kit from.
All right, I am back.
So, but this one is a bit different than Ex-Kaiser because the Ex-Kaiser kit is from like the subline of the mini plot. Like it's like more specialized. There's like no stickers, stuff like that.
Awesome. We've had 19 likes tonight. Thank you guys so much.
I'm enjoying these kits so far. I'm going to try to put this on.
No big booby figures in Dre's house. He has 2 daughters and he doesn't want his. I got you, Dre. I got you. That makes sense.
Oops.
I try to keep mine like fairly. I mean, like as you see, it's very anime-like, but it's not like I don't try to like pose them in any kind of weird ways or anything like that. Like I'm not that much of a pervert. I mean, I'm kind of a pervert, but I'm not like a total pervert, you know. I admit my perversity. That may not be a word, but I'll claim it as a word.
With 1,500 subscribers, it is a word now.
Exactly. Y'all can take that. That's money in the bank. There's my one WWE reference right there. Money in the bank. All right, so let's get back to building her. I don't know where I was. No idea. No idea at all. All right, so we were starting on her head, torso. Okay, we got the first page done. So second page now. We are working on arms. And instructions on this are so different than what I'm used to. I have to like fold everything out in order to. That doesn't work. I have nowhere to really put that. There we go. We can just do this. Builder on the instructions. Normally I build on the mat. Today I'm building on the instructions.
One things I have to give Bandai props for now. Like I said, I'm gonna pick up my Rising Freedom box right here. One thing that like they're doing right now is like they give you like it's sort of like manuals, like you know, like the usual manuals. They give you like actual like book size like this.
Yeah. I love
it kind of makes it more easier for me. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
I like it that they didn't put the pilot here. You put the pilot here, but they don't. And because they want to avoid spoilers, so seek freedom. But I'm like, we all know pilots is okay. We all know it's freaking cute.
I don't want to be that guy, but considering the fact I missed the U.S. release of Seed Freedom, I've been really scoundering the internet, seeing who has a copy of that. Like,
you know,
I
still gotta watch Seed itself, so it's gonna be a while before I catch it. I'm actually thinking about putting Seed on as my next show to like actually binge watch. Because I finished Witch from Mercury, I finished IBO. I feel like Seed would probably be the best one for me to go on to next, and then.
But they did include it with the Mighty, so that's good. They did include him. That's nice.
I think the one Gundam series that I can't. It's always episode. No, I wouldn't say like the second to third episode. I check out is Double Zeta.
Yeah, I heard that one's a little more.
Oh, yeah. I love Double Zeta.
Like I honestly, I've heard a lot of people say like, oh, basically you got to get to like a certain episode, and then that's when it really picks up. And I used to always like kind of just like,
Yeah.
just kind of smirk at that. Like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. But then like I remember what was I watching? Gundam X. And that honestly, it took, I want to say to episode like 15 to where it got to anywhere exciting. And I'm just like, well, if I can make it for this one, I think I could do Double Zeta.
Yeah.
Because like, and some people are like very put off by Double Zeta's like light tone at first, because that's with the few, like one of the first few episodes, it's like that. But
Yeah.
like I feel like you should need that, because Zeta was like depressing all the way, man.
Yeah, Zeta had just like nothing but like it was just pure depression fuel.
Zeta literally and Zeta gonna literally end it with the main protagonist becoming a vegetable.
Yeah,
right? Not in the physical sense.
yeah.
No, and honestly, that's the number one reason why I really want to watch Double Zeta, because I'm like, okay, I need somebody to explain like that whole last fight between Camille and Shirako. Like, is that what happened because of that? Like,
yeah, basically he became vegetable because of like the Shiroko's powers.
So he pretty much turned into Space Casca, pretty much. Like, but then like, so all right, Mirage, I don't want to spoil myself, but I have so many questions. That's usually how I operate, and that's like the one thing that kind of gets me to watch these series, by asking all these questions.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
who's this clone pilot, or who's this pilot that I'm assuming was cloned or something like that?
Clone? You mean Ply?
Like,
is a girl?
Yeah, she's a girl. Is she cloned, or did they just make a copy of her or something like that?
Oh yeah, she's a clone.
Yeah, she's a clone. She's not, from what I remember, she's not based on specifically anyone, but they just like, they had this DNA and they just used it.
Damn it, fellas, I'm sold. Gonna have to watch it tonight. Like,
yep.
I recommend.
I still like the fact that in Unicorn we have they protect the main villain's name. The main villain pilot's name is Full Frontal.
Oh, he's like going full frontal, right?
Yeah. Good old Full Frontal.
Like, was that him just trying to assume his own identity, or he just picked like a snazzy name?
I think it was pretty much just I think it was just a snazzy name because it sounded like Full Frontal Assault, and it totally didn't come out as Full Frontal Assault.
Especially now his soldiers are like, dude, what was the name, man?
It's like, oh yeah, like just wakes up in the morning like, yeah, today's gonna be the day on Full Frontal. Like,
exactly. Yeah. I mean, that was pretty much what he thought. He's like,
Imagine explaining to your friend that you work for a guy named Full Frontal.
Yeah. So today we were watching Full Frontal out there just piloting away. What's his name?
That's so much of a Top Gun moment right there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Goose. I'm Maverick. I'm Full Frontal. Like,
I'm Full Frontal. God, just you could have gone with any name.
So I've always wondered in the beginning of Unicorn. I've watched the OVA, so I don't know if it's the same as like the regular series.
Yeah,
but there's the old guy who's like laying in the bed or something like that. Who is that?
Oh, I forgot who that was.
He's like a very old man, and I don't know if he's like recollecting all this and telling the story, and then that's how we're watching Unicorn, or if he's like just somewhere else and this just happens to be going on.
So the old guy, I think the old guy is like one of the original founders of like the Federation, if I'm not mistaken. Like there are one of the signers of the signers of what basically started the whole, Xeon War.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. It's made clear who he is in the towards the end. So He was the guy who basically hid Laplace's box.
Yeah.
Man,
he's the reason why we had Space War for all this time. One of the reasons we had Space War. Because I think wasn't it like the articles basically said that at a certain point the colonists could gain freedom or could gain like independence.
Yep.
And the Federation didn't like that, so a group of like super ultra, we're keeping the colonies together and you're not going to like it, or we're keeping everything together, you're going to like it.
Yeah.
Didn't want the idea of colonists being separate,
Mm-hmm.
or being independent of Earth. And I think it was more or less to deal with the whole, idea that, if humanity evolved in space, they would become separate, and we started seeing the new types with their space jingle. I would hate for that to be me finding out there's something wrong is hearing that jingle.
Oh, once you hear that, you already know there's just gonna be bodies all over space.
Yeah, yeah.
What was that? That's me getting out of this. I don't know how you know.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you just hear this in your head, and you're like, "Well, guys, it's been great, but I got to nope out of here. I'll see you later, maybe."
Oh yeah, Nick, I didn't show this on stream before. It's not an anime Go figure this time. It's the Beats.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I mean, I didn't show it before, but since you knew you were here, so I gotta show it. Because actually, the legs are from the basic one, the form without the arm and stuff like that.
Mm.
The entry form. But then, because the reason why I swapped the legs first, most of the time it's just like this in the show. And second of all, the legs on the figure from earlier broke.
From the new one?
Yeah, from the older one, the one with the Magnum boost that I own. So I had to swap the leg. And it got loose also, so I was like, oh, shit.
Man,
so
you just pump me down the Kamen Rider hole. I don't want to do that, but it will happen.
There are some pretty good Kamen Rider kits too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
For me,
Sorry.
For me, Kamen Rider is the only one I focus on when it comes to like Kamen Rider. I didn't even focus on the SH3 Goids. Like, I know this is like more expensive than you could speaking, but somehow I prefer this figures over the kits in this line this time.
You know what kits I do want actually? The Ultraman kits.
Oh, Ultraman kits I recommend.
I would love to just have like a whole, just like, I guess Hall of Armors kind of deal where you just have like all the Ultramen just lined up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even mind like not being able to play with those. Like,
I got to say the Ultraman kits, the one that are based on the not on the anime but the actual live action.
Yeah,
those like kits are they're amazing, man. Like Blazar is a good kit. Zero's like amazing kit. I highly recommend those kits. I'm also looking forward to the Tika because I grew up with watching Ultraman Tika. So when I was revealed, I went
so tiny.
When that Ultraman Tika kit was revealed, I went bonkers. You know what? Right here is the Ramune candy. I'm gonna eat it. Let's try it.
Let me know how chalky it is.
Didn't Motoroid come out with they came out with a Gridman kit, didn't they?
I think
they
so.
did. And that is Zenon.
And then like SHF, I know it's not a mono kit, but I think they're coming out with like their Gridman figure, aren't they?
Yeah, they're based on the live action show.
So actual Gridman, or is it like what was like the American version of it?
The Samurai Squad something.
Superhuman Samurai Squad or something like that?
Yeah. It's based on that one, technically speaking.
Okay, I see what that is.
It's kind of chalky.
Kind of chalky?
Yeah, but it also tastes like ramune at the same time. So I would give, like, if I would rate it out of 5, I would give it 3. It's not bad. No wonder you kids go crazy with this kind of stuff. There's another one. I'm not gonna waste.
Let's see. Now we got to build the. Let's see, left arm. No, got the right arm
It's
done.
a bit loose, so I'm gonna. I packed some super glue a little bit. It's a great thing to dry.
I love how most of these model kits say on them like the guide, it'll have like the bottle glue with the cross through it, and then as soon as you start messing with it, it's all loose, and it's just like you know damn well this needs glue. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, especially with those kits like that, they're a little older, so they definitely need a little love.
I want to say the only kit that I've ever messed with, that was just the joints were just phenomenal and it was tight from the get go, was the Minipla Voltron kit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say I saw in stores, and when I'm not a big Voltron guy, or at least Go Lion, that kit looked pretty good.
It was
like a candy toy.
It's honestly that wasn't even once you got finished with it. It wasn't even a model kit at that point. It was a full blown action figure.
Yeah.
I don't even need the freaking Soldier Gogan. I will be satisfied with that.
No, it was just like honestly, like I remember like I had bought 2, but I sold 1. And I for the longest, like I was just waiting on it. So I was just like, oh, okay. Then one day I decided to put it together. I'm like, man, this is a nice ass model kit. And it just has so many gimmicks with it. Like you could extend the arms and the legs. When you had to put everything in like lion mode, they gave you like alternate heads and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what was like the one thing about it. Oh, the articulation on it was like phenomenal.
Yeah. Like for candy toys, they were impressive, man. Like keep in mind, it's like aimed for kids apparently, but then it's like really good. Can rival HD sometimes.
I just hate how like Minipla when they come out with a majority of the mechas, they don't never come out with like any like enemy like robots.
Yeah, they only did a few for Super Sentai. My few honestly like 1, I remember. That's it.
Go. All of this stuff is so tiny too.
But I gotta say, Minipla is a bit hard to get here in Brunei. This one because this kid's actually my father got it for me from Japan.
Mirage, would you ever consider building the Flame Toys Megazord?
Maybe. I'm not the biggest fan of like Power Rangers. It's like Super Sentai, which is basically the same. But Daizujin is a classic like Super Sentai Robo, so I'll consider it. But I need to find a shop that sells Flame Toys. I know one. He actually has a store that he set up recently that's more nearby. But I gotta check first. Yeah, he has a lot of pre-bundle stuff too. He's a good guy. I bought his heavy arms from him recently in the convention. So yeah. Also, this guy show off here, one of my other favorite kids that when I really was looking forward to getting it, I was like scoring like through everywhere as much as I can to get it. G05.
Oh, nice.
This is like because it's like out of the Gundams in like the 0079. This is my favorite one so far.
Yeah,
always my favorite. But the only problem is like because they reuse some parts from like the Pale Rider, and here look at the shield, sticker heaven.
Oh yeah, that thing
everything
is.
You see there is freaking. Everything you see is stickers.
God.
I still think one of my Grail kits. Well, I won't necessarily call it a Grail. It's a P Bandai kit, so you already know either you're gonna have to pay aftermarket prices or get it when it re-releases.
Yeah.
Is the Vargo.
Oh, the Vargo.
That's like been one kit I've been like so intrigued by, and especially like the whole Moon Gundam in general. Like I haven't read it yet, but I've heard so many good things about that manga. Like,
I'm not trying to spoil it here, but I'm not sure if I can say it about the Moon Gundam manga. Should I say it?
Yeah, go ahead. You're fine.
If I name it Nick.
wait, what happened?
Because I'm trying to say something about the manga. Something funny about it, if you don't mind.
Does it? Wait, I mean, you could go ahead and say it because it's not going to spoil. I mean, I've already had somebody like tell me what goes on, but I think if I know what you're getting ready to talk about, that's the most craziest part about this whole entire manga. Like,
my favorite part in the manga was when Mugen faced Char with his Sazabi.
Really?
And then the funniest thing, the Moon Gundam pilot got his ass kicked. He got his ass kicked so much that the Moon Gundam basically ended up like Yamcha Dragon Ball. Complete with the pose also.
so like, okay, that part, a lot of people like I kept hearing like they were just like, oh, we didn't think that we were going to see Char in this.
I love what's going on in the chat right now.
Now everybody
are having a discussion about language. My chat gets so interesting. Yeah, I definitely need to catch up with like more of the Gundam stuff. You know, like you talking about the moon. You know, looking at the Moon Gundam manga.
Yeah.
I still would like to see like Turna Gundam at some point.
Yeah, honestly, I still can't grasp that whole entire like.
I just love the fact that it's a Gundam with a mustache.
Turning A Gundam is actually one of my favorite series. Like my third favorite. It's actually really good.
Like I've had somebody explain it to me, and I mean, not the series itself, but like I guess we're at in the timeline it's at.
Yeah.
And everybody keeps saying that's the one series that ties everything together. Like, because there's actual like important parts in the anime that actually like prove that whole entire thing. Like, so I'm just like, yeah, I really need to watch this.
Turning A is basically a bit confusing because it's technically post like after the universe century, but they also have stuff from like other centuries, like from other universes, like say G Gundam and Wing. So it's like an amalgam of both. Like something just happened. I don't know what happened. Just something. It's some kind of crossover. I don't know. And then there's also like G Reco, which is like set like many years after. But then it's also like because the confusing thing about G Reco is like there's two basically timelines. Like say like Tomino, the creator says this take place after Turn A.
Mm.
But then Bandai themselves said it takes place before Turn A. So how
it's like nobody knows when it takes place.
Yeah.
Nobody's really sure. They just know it exists.
But for me, it can fit in either. So I don't really see it as a problem.
Yeah.
You know, G Reco gets a lot of flack. That's been one I actually do want to watch too. Like I think the animation on G Reco is like beautiful.
G Reco, the series is kind of iffy, but the movies are fantastic. I recommend those. That's the best way to watch it.
So like are the movies, are they like the series just like condensed together?
Yeah, like basically like the original anime with the movies. It's basically the same thing.
Okay.
But a lot better actually. Because they did add more scenes. But my favorite was when people gone crazy. Because one difference with the TV series and the movie, guess what? They added more cows.
Did they?
Yeah. They added more cows. Awful things. One of my favorite also changes in anime, like between the TV release and Blu-ray version, it's like in Total Eclipse, Muffluff.
Yeah.
They had this one scene where they showed the background characters. In the TV series, it was like mostly a male, but then because in Muffluff, actually, because there's more like females in Muffluff, in the universe more than guys. So in the Blu-ray release, they changed the guys to girls. Just to fit the population. Therefore, fiction lore.
You know what spaceship I would like a model kit of?
What's that?
The XGP from Outlaw Star.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I used to think that whole entire show to me was just like, as far as like, and me and my brother, we would always have this conversation. Like, I would be like, yo, Outlaw Star is way better than Cowboy Bebop. And he'd be like, no, they're just two different shows. And I'm like, as far as space anime, like, I always thought Outlaw Star was the way more cooler show. Like,
yeah.
From like the crew, like, Gene Starr was cool, but he had like a whole crew full of women. And then you had Jim Hawking, which was like the kid of the group, but he was super smart. Like, and then
I guess I'm gonna touch my laptop first.
Pink Gilliam.
Now they're talking movies in the chat. They're talking about they were using movie quotes. Jen brought up Aliens. That's my go-to show or go-to movie.
Wait, so is Romulus? Is that like a full-on reboot?
So Romulus is set between Alien and Aliens.
Okay.
Fede Alvarez, the guy who is creating it, the guy who created it, is he worked with Ridley Scott on this one, and there's been a lot of like, why would you want to work with him in the discussions? But to be honest, Ridley Scott is taking more of a hands-off approach and letting Fede do his thing. But Fede was like, he said that when he watched the theatrical cut, or not the theatrical, but the director's cut of Aliens. I don't know if have you ever watched the theatrical cut?
No, I think I've just seen like the regular like TV version.
So in the theatrical cut, or not theatrical, director's cut, James Cameron included a lot more scenes to make you think, man, LV-426 got hit harder than it, Hadley's Hope got hit a lot harder than it led on to believe. Because there are children that you see on the colony just kind of like riding big wheels and, living their life and all that. And all of a sudden, we don't see that in the movie. We don't see that in the theatrical release.
Wait, why though?
I don't know.
Like something that, like, I guess, like,
they
filmmaking in America was just like, yeah, this is just too much. Like,
I think it was the whole fact that with it being children, they didn't want to make it seem like there were children on there, even though Newt was there. But when Alvarez made the movie, or when he was making the movie, he's like, what if these children escaped from the colony and didn't want to live there, and what was it like growing up in space for them? So he goes out and really comes up with this pretty cool concept that we have now, which ends up becoming Alien Romulus. So I'm excited for Romulus because of the fact we're getting something new from the Alien universe. But the theory is that it ties everything together, like, because we didn't get a true ending to the Covenant prequel trilogy, the Prometheus trilogy, and I feel like that was kind of a disservice to me when that happened, just because the fact we as fans genuinely want to know what happened there at the end. We want to see how. I wanted to always know like more about that engineer ship and whether or not spoiler alert for those who haven't seen Covenant, did David create the alien, or is it, or how did that alien, how did it come to LV-426 on that derelict ship, which is like thousands of years old?
Because I'd seen the trailer for it, and I'm like, man, I've always been a fan of these movies. But then I was wondering, I'm like, because it's like the one piece of the trailer at the end where it's just like the alien is like looking at the girl.
Yeah.
And it's almost the same scene that you see in Aliens with Ripley. So I'm like, this isn't a reboot, is it? Like,
no. This is basically a continuation of the story between the times.
Okay.
To kind of give you an idea that, maybe the company knew more than they let on to believe. Because remember, at that point, the company pretended they acted dumb. They acted pretty dumb in Aliens, when Ripley's sitting there telling her story of what she saw at Hadley's Hope.
And then I was reading some it's like a long, it was, I wouldn't say long, but it was like an interesting web article. They was saying that basically, well, we already know that aliens and predators are tied together, but it was saying that basically Blade Runner is tied to that same universe too, along with the movie Soldier.
Yeah,
with Kurt Russell.
Yeah, so loosely, there's that whole kit just fell apart on me. This elbow joint really isn't going in well. And I'm having a hard time figuring it out, and I just popped everything loose. But so there we go. That's what I needed to have done, and it didn't want to do it. So there are hints to all of that being tied together. And if you look closely at Blade Runner, Tyrell Core is kind of the big front and center there at the beginning in Alien. Or in Blade Runner. So if you look at some of the things that you see, Tyrell Corp gets mentioned a lot in Alien through like notes and stuff. Hyperdyne gets mentioned a little bit. And Hyperdyne ends up becoming the same as there's even references that could be related to Terminator.
Oh shit!
Because if you hear when you're watching Aliens, you'll hear them talk about Hyperdyne Industries and Tyrell Corps having issues with their droids. So there's a subtle nod to that in Prometheus as well. So yeah, there's tons of references to all of that in and around that series. I got super excited about it because that gives me hope that we're going to see more and more connections.
Like I mainly have knowledge about some of these movies from my mom, but I'm like, man, the '80s. Some of you guys, man, you guys had some of the best movies. That's all
they did. They did. That was really when we started. Like the late '70s, early '80s was the best time for movie stuff because of the fact that they got some of the best graphics and action and story sequencing and some of the greatest directors. And then you also had some of the greatest authors coming out during the 80s too. Michael Crichton. Crichton was one of my favorites. I loved Michael Crichton as an author. Had it not been for him, we would have never had Jurassic Park. There's just so much that we have to be thankful for thanks to the 80s,
Yep.
Spielberg really comes to his own in the 80s, But yeah, so pay attention if you ever get a chance to go back and watch some of that stuff though, Nick. Go check out definitely go look at all the little hints that they give about Tyrell Core and all that in Alien. You'll see it more in Alien, or maybe Aliens. I can't remember. I know it was one of them because Blade Runner had come out not too long after like not too long after Alien, but before Aliens.
Mm.
And I loved Blade Runner. That was such a good movie.
It was.
It's a psychological movie all the way through, and that's Ridley Scott in a nutshell. Ridley Scott is such a psychological director that it drives you nuts because you have to go back and rewatch his movies over and over again to really be kind of like, okay, to have that aha moment,
Mm-mm.
And he always throws little hints that his worlds are connected. Mirage, I think you've got this Nervalia kit, don't you? Or Neverlia kit?
Nevalia.
Yeah, thank you.
I do have it. It's right down here with heavy armor.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, I think you're going to like building this one.
Yeah, definitely.
Aside from some of the tiny joints she has.
Yeah.
She's kind of a fun build, and I mean, she kind of looks a little wicked here. I like this.
Because when I saw this kit for the first time, actually, when I saw the teasers for it, I was like, ooh. I wanted to get it.
I do like kind of the dark, witchy design she has going on there.
Yeah. But the thing is, with kind of kits in Brunei, they cost a little bit much.
Yeah.
Compared to, Gundam usually, so I don't usually get them often.
Yeah. But I like these 30-minute sisters because you can, it gives you, something you can throw in with an action figure, Or, if you get, one of those, big 30-minute missions, booster kits, you can make your own, cool designed anime character,
Yeah.
It gives you kind of Ghost in the Shell vibes.
I had Tiasha that came back with some Gundam parts.
Yeah.
But the neck broke. So, yeah. Oops.
I like how plug and play these are. Like you said, you can throw in Gundam parts on them.
Yep.
I like the fact that they come with different options as well for outfits and hair and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, eventually I want to get the T5i, the Canon T5i that I have, back out and start doing some photo shoots with some of my 30-minute kits.
Oh, nice.
I do some photo shoots with my figures nowadays.
Yeah.
I did.
So I used to
Komrades stuff like that.
Because I used to use that for all of my recording videos.
Yeah.
But now that I do everything through OBS, I really don't need the Canon camera 24/7. But I think I'm gonna try to finish this kit tonight. Just get it done with. And the only thing I don't like is the joints on this kit are a lot different than the other 30-minute sisters kits. Because they use a whole, her joint setup is super small compared to some of the ones I've done before. These things are intimidating to me a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because of how tiny they are. All right, let's see. I think I can actually take a break from those OJ joints. You see, yeah, there's only a couple more of those OJ joints left. And I don't think they're going to be used for anything more than just maybe some leg function. I don't even see them being used in leg function, to be honest. Might be something else, but all right, let's go ahead and build her. I'm going to go ahead and try to finish her up tonight and then throw all of her accessories together later. All right, so now I need D11, D10. But yeah, once we finish up Baldur's Gate and my schedule comes open a little bit, I will be playing more. I'll be playing around with my schedule a little bit to come up with something here to where we can do more Gundam builds.
Yeah, I've been playing that new MiHoYo game recently.
Which one?
The Zenless Zone Zero.
Yeah.
Zenless Zone, something like that. Actually, it's quite fun, I would say.
Yeah, I was looking. I saw your picture the other day, and I was about to ask you, how is it?
Oh, it's pretty fun so far from what I've played. So.
Nice.
It's not definitely the best game I've played, definitely, but it's really good nonetheless.
Yeah. How is this supposed to go? Okay, that goes over this, but I gotta put the ball joint in.
They have a reference to that scene from The Shining, he's Johnny.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Nice. Where's the arrow? The arrow goes like that, so then that goes in like that. Okay. There we go. And then this probably doesn't go over that one. It's going to be this hip. Okay, let me see. Arrow needs to be pointing that way. Hip piece needs to be, I guess it is that hip piece. No? Oh. The arrow's pointing that way, and the hip piece needs to be facing the arrow. Well, let me see. This is kind of tough. Is it like that? No. Okay, so it is this piece then. This is tearing up my hands just working with this. Okay, so turn it that way. And if built right, those three should line up. There. And that should just go right in. It looks warped. Doesn't look correct. It's warped. It's not correct. What the hell? I have to come back to this another day and just kind of tackle this. Ow. That hurt. You know what? Let's see if that works.
How about runs?
Alright, I got to see how this is supposed to go because something isn't lining up right on this. All right, it shows me hip pointing that way, that going like that, but it doesn't line up like that. There, I get no. Okay, this is frustrating me a little bit now. I don't think something's designed right here either. Something's not pushed in all the way, or something's blocking something. And I can't figure out what I did wrong here. Arrow facing this way, ball goes in. All right, let me just tackle another part first and then come back to that. Need A16. I'm almost done with this kit too. Just got her effects parts and all that. Oh, it's already 11. 30. We get this put Let me get these parts put on and or put together, and then after that I'll probably call it 16. Where is it? E. 8, 9. 8.
Also, you want to get the expansion parts for this kit.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, because it comes with expansion parts also. It's a separate release though. And then it comes with like more cars before you change the forms.
Yeah.
Very cool. And they're gonna release a new one with the side mecha that you can also combine with. So I'm looking forward to that too.
Okay.
Oh, this is the wrong hand.
14. Let's go ahead and get that put together. So this goes in here like that. That repeats over here. And then I got to find E9. I know I cut that out, didn't I? Probably not. Let's see. Yep, I did. Okay. There's this, and then E9 looks like that. Okay. And that's going to go. Let me see. Okay, that goes to the front. And we take this. There, that connects. And then we repeat that process over here with this one as well. There. And then we're going to build her leg joints here. And I've got to figure out how to connect those legs together. All right, there's that. Repeat this. Once I get the legs put together and get them on her, then I'll work on everything else in the back on a day when I don't have anything to do. Maybe just on a Sunday or something like that.
Yeah.
While I'm waiting on videos to render, just finish her up. Oh my god, I am dropping everything right now.
Always.
Just legit drop. I don't think there's a specific way this needs to go. Go. Okay, and then we're going to repeat this here. And then connect those to the legs. There's her legs. Her legs are done. I just got to get her thighs done now. Looks like a cheek right there. Okay, that went in perfect. And then just slap that on a leg. Make sure I'm putting it on the proper leg here. There. Okay. She's actually pretty tall for one of the 30-minute sisters. Looks like. I mean, the way her legs are designed.
Question: do you know if the 30-minute sisters, if you could swap a lot of parts with the frame arms girls or no?
That's a very good question that I've been looking into. I wouldn't think you could.
From what I watched from Japanese people, they say basically you can punch in some parts, but mostly you need to do a lot. You need to do a lot of modifications.
Okay. So a little bit of modding is needed, but it's possible.
Yeah.
But as long as they have like a 3 millimeter hole for something, you could like swap parts out. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Makes sense.
I thought this gets tight.
Ah, come on. Having issues keeping her together right now. So fair warning, Mirage, she is a little wiggly.
Oh, this kid hurts my hands, man. Or fingers.
Yeah, this one's tearing my fingers up too, just because the parts are so tiny. Come on, hip joint, don't do this to me now. Oh, why is that loose? Oh, that came off. Let's see if I can pry her apart real quick to get that back on. Did that break off? No, it didn't break off. Just got to slide that back in place. One of her parts just came completely loose on the base. There we go. And I've got her done for the most part. She's got some effects parts that I can add on later, and I'll probably do that behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably a good place for me to call it right here because it's already 11:40 and I got work tomorrow, so yay.
Yeah, I gotta eat too.
Yeah. But gentlemen, it was great building with y'all tonight. And I appreciate y'all coming on to join me and give us a little bit of company.
No problem.
Before I go, though, let me say hello to Don Tavazo. And I'll show you guys the 30-minute sisters that I've built here. She's, again, really tiny compared to, like, some of the other kits I've built. But she's probably about as tall, if not a little bit taller than some of the 30-minute sisters. I can't wait to, like, get those posed out, too. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for today's builds. I thank you all for tuning in tonight, and thank y'all so much for watching. I want to thank my amazing friends Mirage here. Mirage, let's see how much progress you got done on your kit there. Or you already put them all away?
Just gonna wait here for a while. I'm gonna paralyze a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, basically, here's the kit so far.
Yeah.
I already pre-transformed it just in case, but yeah, really good. I'm impressed.
That looks really good, man. I like the way that looks.
It really does.
I'm looking forward to. I really like the shiny stickers that I put on.
Yeah.
Like if I paint this, it'll be even more nice. But for now, this was I'm looking forward to see it complete. It's not gonna take long because you have to do the legs. And then after that, it's gonna be like. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the. Okay, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna call that. Things they're gonna be the legs, the foot. Yeah. Besides that, yeah, pretty good kit so far. How do you make it fun? As long as you're used to stickers.
Yeah. That thing looks really cool, Mirage. That's definitely something that needs to be I'm glad you got that to build.
Actually, my followers on my Facebook page, they're really looking forward to me completing this kit.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not something you see usually all the day. Because usually people buy like Gundam stuff like that. But not really. Not really like really fun one thing about it. So yeah.
But again, thank you for joining tonight, Mirage. We do appreciate having you here. And let's see what Nick's got going along over there on that high gog that he was working on.
I didn't put the bigger funnels together because I figured I'm probably not going to use them.
Yeah.
But honestly, this was a very interesting, unique kit. I've never put it together. I've always been fascinated with the whole amphibious suit of it. My only gripes for it though, probably the lower legs. They're a little bit, well, I wouldn't say they're loose, but for some reason, once you get to this part right here, it's a ball joint that goes into a polycap. That's not the problem, but when you get to right here, it's like a little tinier ball joint that goes into that polycap. So I just feel that's the one thing about this kit that I don't like. Other than that, for a kit as it is, it's pretty sturdy though. So
yeah, like I said, that I've built that one, and I will tell you now. Watch that antenna that goes on the backpack there. There's a little yellow antenna that goes on the backpack.
You're talking about this one right here, right?
Yeah, that will break off. It will break if that kit gets a little top heavy. So always giving a fair warning about that, because when I built the thing, I was posing it. I was so happy to see it built, and it fell on me, and the entire antenna just completely snapped in half. I cried a little.
Well, like I said, honestly, I'm really liking this weird kit. So I'm just it's one of those where I'm I don't know if I'm gonna use it for parts or just use it as is. This one really is more towards the use it as is kind of go. So I safe to say, and unfortunately, I might have to buy another one.
Yeah,
it's that one.
It's definitely worth getting it, and it's a very affordable kit too. Those aren't super expensive, if I remember correctly. Which is why I like grunt. That's why I like. Yeah, that's why I like those grunt kits like that. But again, Nick and Mirage, I want to thank y'all for coming on tonight, and thank y'all so much for building with me. As always, you are both skilled pilots that are always welcome in the hangar, so we do appreciate having you guys here.
I appreciate it. I really do.
But, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, if I can figure out how to work my camera there we go. That's going to be it for tonight's stream. If you've enjoyed tonight's builds, I built the, I'm going to tell you right now, that Motoroid kit that I built was super fun. So definitely go check that out, guys, if you hadn't already. Also, she is a fun little build so far. I can't wait to have her finished with all of her parts. That'll be a fun finish up there. But that's it for tonight's stream. I want to thank y'all so much for watching. If you enjoyed tonight's stream, make sure to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe. Tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Again, that is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, as we continue working on as we continue playing some X Defiant with my friends, guys. That's going to be a lot of fun. We are gearing up for actually getting into the more challenging modes that have come ahead, but getting into level 25. All of my squad has been grinding on that for lately, and hopefully we're all getting closer. So thank you so much to all of those amazing players. But again, guys, that's going to be it for tonight's stream. If you've enjoyed today's video, make sure to smash that like button. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought of my builds. If you'd like to see me build anything else, you can always leave a comment. Guys, smash that subscribe button as well. We just crossed 1,500 tonight, so thank you guys so much for that. I will be announcing the giveaway stream here soon, guys. The Teletubby costume sits right there waiting. So, again, thank you so much for that. Guys, if you want to support the channel, there are several ways to do so. One, share the channel, get it out there with your friends, family, all of those people. We are appreciative of everybody that shares. If you'd like to support the channel further and haven't done so already, check out the link tree in the description below. That'll take you to my merch shop, where you can snag some KBG merch to help support the channel. You can also go there and find all of my socials, where you'll see a lot of my friends like Mirage hanging out. We all chat amongst each other. So thank you so much to all of you who have supported me that way as well and came over and chatted. Finally, the last way to support the channel is by doing like all of these amazing people right here and becoming a czar of the channel. For $2.99 a month, you can get your name at the end of every video like these amazing people right here. You can also get entered into giveaways automatically. You get some awesome emotes to play with, and you get to see all of my videos the day they are edited and uploaded. So thank you so much to my amazing czars. Some of them got to see some amazing content today. But maybe one day, Dave. Maybe one day. You might get to see me put it on. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Be safe, be amazing. Much love to you all, and as always, we will see you in the next video. Good night, everybody. How do I end this? Oh yeah, there we go.
This stream has officially ended. Thank you for watching, comrades. Commencing end stream protocol. Enjoy your night.